You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table. Where we chop up low things, don't believe in police. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little. Why when you sit somewhere, your glass a little exposed. Current events talk, trash a little. You never know the opinions might crash a little. To the content and got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation. Bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and say you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Happy Friday. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day, then had an exceptional week, and looking forward to the holidays. And if you are looking forward to the holidays, let me know what you got planned. Are y'all gonna do? I saw who was it? Official D Spot. He had posted something on his Facebook, not Facebook, but community wall on YouTube, and he had asked people, do they on the holidays, do they like to house hop, like house to house, visiting family, friends, whatever, or do you prefer to stay home throughout the day for the holiday? And I had commented, I said, well, before my mother passed, which was like 2015, I used to hit her house up and stay over there for some hours. And then I would hop around to different people's houses. Or I would hop around before I got to her house and end up staying over there. But after she passed, like my house is like one of the houses where it goes down in the kitchen. So I'm doing like all the big holiday dinners and stuff, after my mother passed, where people are welcome who used to go to her house, like my nieces, nephews, cousins, my brothers, of course my kids. And now I got a grandbaby. So, that's one thing that he's going to get used to is growing up at his Yaya's house. Yes, that is my G-mom, my grandma name. My name is Yaya for my grandbaby. But yeah, so usually on holidays, I just be chilling. I spend a couple of days cooking and baking cakes and desserts and everything. And then I'll be chilling for the rest of the day, kicking it with the fam, watching some sports, laughing, kikiing, joking around, having a little, Hey, Pandy's here. Hey, Candy and more. I see you, boo. Hey, Nettie B. Hey, what's up? What's happening? What is going on with you guys? Again, I hope everybody's having a good day. Now, what I'm going to do, oh yeah, on your way in, please make sure you like and share the video, yeah. Y'all know how we do on YouTube. You got to, come in to somebody's show, to somebody's session, whatever they want to call it, greet the hosts, and then make sure you like the video and share the video. That's how we do it on YouTube. That's how we support each other on YouTube. But I'm going to drop this link real quick. And I am going to be more vigilant with my Facebook. Matter of fact, let me go over there right now. Because on Facebook, sometimes I'll be forgetting that I'm live on Facebook too. And people, after the show, I'll get off the show and I'll see all these comments over there on Facebook. Then I'll be feeling bad because I'm like, I didn't even say hi to none of those people. Or they were making comments or opinions on different subjects. And I didn't even recognize those people. So I got my Facebook up on one side and I got my YouTube and StreamYard on one side so I can see people commenting on Facebook. So with that being said, I'm going to drop the link because it is Friday Night Live, and you know how we do on Friday Night Live. On Friday Night Live, it's a free topic Free panel. We can discuss any and everything from the hood to the White House and beyond, not beyond, beyond. So if you want to jump on the link, of course, when you first jump on the link, excuse me, I'm going to throw my banner up. Make sure it's you. If you don't want your camera on, at least show me your face so I can make sure you're you, not a troll, not nobody porn bombing. And then I'll make sure you have, get to turn your camera back off before I remove my banner. Before you join on the panel. But let me put this link right here. Please click this link to jump on the stream with me. I guess I could say screen. Some people call it StreamYard. Some people call it ScreamYard. Hey, baby eyes. Did I say hi to you, baby eyes? Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay. All right. So that's the link. I know some people who usually be on the show, I usually send them they links, in their inbox. So I'm going to do that right now to my I might as well start calling them my Friday night co-host, because a lot of people on Fridays, they come through almost every single Friday like clockwork and jump up on the screen, and we just be having a wonderful time. So, and there's some things I want to discuss too. Like every Friday night, I always, and don't mind me looking to the side a little bit, y'all, I'm dropping links in people's inbox on Facebook. But every Friday night, I always have like a couple of subjects, to discuss. Just in case nobody else jumps on the panel with me, I want to make sure I have like maybe at least 2 to 4 different subjects I want to discuss. And I do have some subjects as usual to discuss, but the way Friday Night Live goes, if you have a subject you want to discuss, if you're too scared to jump up here on the screen with us, just drop it in the chat. Just say, hey, have you guys discussed this? Or what do you think about this? Or if you're brave enough to jump on the panel with us, click the link in the chat and jump up actually on the screen with us. So let me first of all make sure, hold up. Y'all ain't tell me I had the wrong banner up. Hold up. No, I did not. That. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I could have sworn I put the right banner up here earlier. I must didn't save it. Okay. No topics. Forgive me, y'all. No topics off limit. No holds barred. No holds barred. 11, 19, 21. Would it help if I got my number lock on, huh? Okay. 11. I hate how computers do that. The number lock just be going off sometime. Okay. All right. Friday Night Live. No topics off limit. No holds barred. 11, 19, 21. Show. All right, and of course, I got my Cash App also scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So, okay. What is the first thing I want to talk about today? There's so much going on. Like, I felt like we had a win and a loss this week. We had a win and a loss this week. Like, those of y'all who know I've been following the case with Julius Jones, the black guy down in Oklahoma who was facing the lethal injection yesterday at 4 o'clock. He was supposed to be killed in jail yesterday in prison with lethal injection. And that was supposed to happen at 4 o'clock. And literally 4 hours before he was due to be executed, the governor gave him clemency. Now, it was a win for his family, for community, and the people who believe he's been innocent and, shouldn't have been in prison for the last 20 years, mainly because the description that the witness gave was totally off. The description they gave to the police did not match the description of him at all. And the fact that his family swore up and down that he was at home that night. They had eyes on him. He was at home that night. So, you know how it is. If you family and you know somebody is at home in your crib, if you know where your kids are, if you one of those good parents, you know where your kids are if they still live under your roof. And I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Their kid had texted them and said, I'm going over here when I get off of work. And the kid is older and still lives at home. And I'm like, dang, girl, that's what my baby do. My baby is 20. He texted me earlier from work and said, Mom, when I get off of work, I'm going here. We're going to do this, that, and the third, and I should be home around 9. And I was like, okay, thank you. Have fun. Love you. That's how it's always been with my boys. Now, of course, the oldest one who don't live at home anymore, he don't tell me stuff like that. He don't be like, Mom, I'm going to work right now. Mom, I'm getting off right now. Mom, you know, but the one that still lives at home, I don't care what nobody says. If somebody lives in your house and they are your child and they still live in your house and they are a young child, 20, 21, 22, 23, you know, around that age, you should still know where they are. At least have some type of idea who their friends are, where their friends live. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, I'm just saying, his family, they've been sticking to their story. He been sticking to his story. And besides the description of the person who the witness said didn't match at all, they said he was home that night. He was home. Yeah, it's all about respect. It's all about respect, Natty B. All about respect. And my kids know. When they were younger, I was probably the worst over strict, but I was also fair. So I wasn't just strict with an iron fist. You know how parents be so strict. You just, oh God, I can't wait to leave. I can't wait to move out. Oh my God. But strict, but fair as well. Fair, strict, fun, and all that. Like I went to my son's job on lunch break today, and he was helping a customer, and I just walked up to him, "What up, Cam?" And the customer turned around, and they thought it was about to be a confrontation because they didn't know who I was. I said, "What up, Cam? Ain't you supposed to help me with something?" And the customer just looked at me and shook his head like, "You ain't funny, Mom." And then one of his other co-workers walked by. They said, "Oh, this is your mom." I swear I was talking to his co-worker for probably 10, 15 minutes. We just talking and laughing. I didn't know this man from Adam. He was like, "Dang, I see why you so cool. Because your mom, she just so cool." He said, "I might have to stop by on Thanksgiving." I'm like, "You welcome. You welcome. Stop by." He was like, "Yeah, I might, because my grandma and them, they not doing nothing for the holiday, and then they have some deaths in the family, whoop whoop, and so have we." So, but yeah, when it comes to parenting, you have to be strict. You have to be strict, but you also have to be fair, understanding, and fun at the same time. Fun at the same time. Don't nobody want to feel like they growing up in a house that's with a drill sergeant. You know what I'm saying? Like they in boot camp every time they turn around. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you said drop that link. Hey, Miss Sister. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. But yeah, I do believe that if you still have people living at home, who are, I don't care if they're teenagers, young adults, you should know where they are. It don't make no sense how people be like, something happened and they be like, where your kid at? Or what happened? Or if they missing and you like, I don't know they friends. I don't know this. I don't know that. I don't know where their girlfriend. You gotta know what your kid's doing. Especially if they still living in your house. That's just how I feel. But I also want to talk about, so how y'all feel about when I say we had one win this week and one loss. That was a win. Julius Jones, he wasn't executed. Hallelujah. His family, they've been celebrating. They've been partying it up ever since then. And also, and Miss Sister, I dropped the link for you, babe. But we also had a loss for a lot of people. It's a loss to a lot of people, especially those closely affected. That Rittenhouse, he got off not guilty on all 3 charges. I can't believe it. Hey, Pandy, she said, this is my first time coming, but yes, I was the same with my children, strict but fair. Yes, you have to be strict but fair. Have to, and you have to have fun. Like when I grew up, my mother, oh gosh, she was really religious. And people who really know me, like family and friends, they know. You talking about really religious, where when I was a child, people would come over. My nickname is Poo Poo. That's one of my nicknames. Another one is Munch because I'm shorter than then a lot of my friends are tall, and they used to call me Munch because they was like, "You a munchkin because you're so short." But when I was younger, people would come over, knock on the door. Can Poo Poo come out? She's praying right now, or she's reading the Bible. And I'm like, Mom, do you gotta tell them that I'm reading the Bible? Like, God, Mom, can't you just tell them I'm busy right now, or I'm asleep, or I'm doing chores? Hell, tell them I'm on punishment. You gotta tell my friends I'm reading the Bible or I'm in there praying. She's like, well, why should I lie? I was like, oh my God, Mom. But anyway, yeah. I had a really strict mom when I was growing up. But yeah, I cannot believe he got off Pandy. I just knew he was gonna be in jail for a very, very, very long time. But his lawyer said they expected the not guilty verdict. They said they expected it because they believe it was truly self-defense, and they believe, excuse me, I got the hiccups. They believe that he really acted in self-defense, even though he brought a whole AK, what was it, an AK-14 that he brought up there, and he was just walking around with an AK-14. You can't walk around nowhere with no gun just on your side, in your arm, just walking through the street without being arrested. And I feel like he brought all that on himself because he was out there with that gun. And I feel like he brought all that on himself, the people who were trying to attack him and get the gun away from him. And he told me, I'm so scared. I was so scared for my life. But you the one walking around through the streets with an AK-14 talking about you just there. Your mom just drove you across the country so that you could protect a car lot from being broken and being hold up, is that somebody behind the hey, I got some people behind the screen. Hey, what's up, boo?
Hey.
Hi, my other boo. What's up,
hey? What up now?
No, man, I'm just up here talking about this.
Hey, Sugarfoot. Good to see you. I love you, Comediva.
I love when you say Sugar. Hey,
I love you, Mama.
Hey,
Sugarfoot. You wasn't on here last week. I came on last week.
Yes, she did.
The baby, I got the baby asleep already. The baby, I was putting the baby to sleep, and I end up falling asleep. Huh?
Sweetheart, before you even get started, I'm making up this new thing on Friday Night Lives. I text most of everybody who normally jump on. But please, if you want to, share your Cash App on your screen name when you jump on with me on Friday nights.
Okay,
that's my way of trying to look out for the people who, because sometimes on Fridays, like most of the time through the week, I do shows by myself. But on Fridays, we be on here sometimes for hours. Like, and the same people who love to jump up on the show on Friday, they don't have to. And they come up here and they be sitting and chilling, and we be just talking and, cutting up. So I sent messages out to people saying, especially for my regulars who always show me love on Friday, if you have a personal Cash App with your name, though, like my bro Tone, I told him to create a new Cash App and just nickname his Cash App whatever, so people don't see your real name when you put your Cash App up here.
Mm-hmm.
Like Carmel Divas up there say Pumpkin, K77.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey, Mel. Hey. You said you just saw my plan.
Yeah. I was sitting here doing some work, and I was like, wait a minute, when did I miss this?
I literally just text some people because I was like, oh man, I forgot to send a link to some people. But did you hear what I was saying about the Cash Apps?
I did.
Yeah, so if you want to share your Cash Apps on your screen name when you come up on Friday Night Lives, you are free to do that. I know some people do that on their shows when they're doing panels, and I noticed that. So I was like, oh, that's a good idea, especially for the ones who always show me love on Friday. And y'all be spending y'all whole Friday nights with me.
That's me too.
Yeah, sure. So people in the chat, when they see y'all come up on the screen, they see y'all Cash App. If they want to show y'all some love for your commentary, for what you bring into the panel, feel free to Cash App my co-host. Okay.
That was so nice. Come on, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm just tired. I went to the damn laundromat today, and oh my God.
There you go. Sandy Pierce said that is why they continue to do it. They don't serve no consequences for their action. Yeah, that's why I call all them white people who be acting like the people that be on the Capitol walls, scaling up the side of the Capitol walls. I'll call them all Proud Boys. Mm-hmm.
Right, he walking through there with an AK-47.
That's what it was.
Now, I mean, your mama. Now, what did you expect was going to happen? What did she expect was going to happen? You drive your 17-year-old son a whole state away, and it wasn't like he could hide that damn gun somewhere, because that's a big ass gun. Unless he had on a trench coat, and he wasn't wearing no trench coat because it was 187 degrees outside then. So. You walking with this big ass gun. So what did she expect he was going to do? What were you out there for?
I just heard about the verdict, and I was shocked. Was I the only one that was shocked? Because I was like,
Even when we have video, we still end up.
Believe it. And then this is gonna sound bad, but my mom told me about it when I got home, and she was like, I said, didn't he kill white people though? He ain't going to
jail? Yep.
It don't matter. It don't matter because I think we know why he was there. Now he might have, even if he ended up killing a white person or a black person, he claims that he was afraid for his life. How the hell is you afraid? If I walk up in Walmart right now with a gun in my hand and people come at me, harassing me and yelling and screaming at me and trying to jump on my back to get the gun away, how am I going to say, oh, I was scared for my life and I killed them?
I'm completely scared. How did that defense even?
Because they said,
first of all, he couldn't be. You couldn't have been too damn scared because you took your ass down there.
Right.
What did you go down there for?
That's what I'm saying. He went down there to use that weapon, and his mother, ain't no way in hell I would drive. My kid could be 30. I'm not driving.
She just a soccer mom. Just an oblivious soccer mom. She's just oblivious soccer mom. I'll drive you, son.
They didn't say nothing to her. She ain't get no slap on the wrist, nothing.
Nope.
And they said because of the fact that somebody walked up behind him and was screaming at him and stuff. That's what they said. And the jury was like, well, we can't prove. They can't prove. I guess they basically couldn't prove that he maliciously intended to, I don't know, because I'm like, you came there with an AK-47.
Wait. You
I gotta, Miss Cisco, I gotta mute you, babe. Because you got me playing in the background.
He showed up with a gun, and he got. I was just shocked. I was like,
and not a handgun, not a handgun, not a pistol, not even a Glock, but something real big and imitating, real big and imitating.
I mean, what did she think it was? A paint gun?
Right. I will not. I don't understand.
Then he talking about he only came up there because he wanted to protect a certain car lot from being looted and vandalized.
Well, he owned the car.
And he got the gun illegally.
Right, and he's 17 years old, and you crossed the border with a gun that you didn't even have a license to have. You were 17 years old. Now, the only time kids that age can have a gun is if they have a shotgun. You can have a shotgun at that age. So for hunting, like, you know, a lot of kids hunt with their families on farms. You know, you can have a shotgun at that age. But you can't have a handgun. You can't have anything else at the age of 17.
So they didn't have any other charges they could get him on? Wasn't that against the law?
Nope. All 3 charges. He was found innocent on all 3 charges.
And what were the 3?
Okay, the 3 charges were, hold on.
He shot 3 people. 2 of them he killed.
Yeah,
one of them lived.
And one of them he wounded. So, but hold on. What? I'm gonna just type it in. What charges? Rittenhouse.
It was like first degree and manslaughter.
Yeah, I know one of them was first degree. Okay. Now they're also asking, can he now face civil? They're now asking, can he possibly face civil charges? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could try, but hell, he just got off with all this shit. But yeah, okay, so it was 3 counts. The first degree reckless homicide, use of a dangerous weapon. Count 2, first degree recklessly endangering safety, use of a dangerous weapon. And that was because he was out there in the crowd in the public with the gun. First degree reckless endangering safety, use of a dangerous weapon. We already said that one. First degree intentional homicide, use of a dangerous weapon. So I guess
even if they didn't want to do an intentional homicide,
yeah,
he still had a dangerous weapon. So what about the other charges? That's just crazy to me. And see, this is the very reason why I watch the news, because I was also my jaws tight all the time listening to this mess.
Yeah, and he was also charged with he was also charged with failure to comply with an emergency order from state or local government, because remember they had an 8 p.m. curfew. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of charges, but the judge had dropped some. So the ones that he was actually facing was those 3 big ones.
Well, I know my dad was watching the trial, and he was saying that he felt like the judge was like biased towards this young man. Y'all saw that too? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, my dad was like, yeah, like that was his person.
I know, he treated him like he was like one of his own kids.
Is that better?
You still got some feedback, babe.
Well, has the family of the
I don't know what it is. Hold on one second. Pandy said that's some straight up bullshit. And Tony Dimples said, hey y'all, hey Tony Dimples, hey, what's going on? Hey, did I miss anybody? Hey Tiana, did I say hi to Tiana? Hey Tiana.
I don't know, but I seen Nettie B. I said, hey.
Nettie B, why you ain't on the panel? You ain't been on the panel in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So the people who got killed, their family, did they interview them to see how
they did?
I didn't closely follow this, so I don't want to.
I got you.
Yeah,
I don't know which one of the families, but one of them was, and they were pissed. And to answer somebody else's question, they can sue them in civil court, just like with OJ when he got off in criminal court. They still sued him in civil court. Same thing. He got off criminally, but they can still sue him civilly.
And by the time that trial ends, and if they win, he might be able to pay that, because he going to college to be a nurse.
Oh man,
so that's what he thinks.
I don't even want to talk about it no more.
He gets the opportunity to be a nurse and save lives after he done murdered 2 and wounded 1.
So that's like saying I can go to a football game and take my automatic with me, and if somebody walk up behind me and start questioning me, I can shoot them and I'm good.
I'm telling you one thing. If anything ever happened to me and there's a Rittenhouse in the medical facility, I'm gonna treat him how some of the white people used to treat us back in the day. I don't want that black doctor doing my surgery. I don't want that black nurse touching me. And it's not a racial thing. Trust me. I'm not saying it's racially, but that's how they still do. Some people, yep, and some of them still do treat us like that when it comes to medical professionals. But him, I'm just saying that because you out there straight walking around with an AK-47 and intimidating folks, killing folks. I don't care.
And he wasn't running. He was not running, so he wasn't fearing for his life. He wasn't running.
They say,
look at him. He
what
was
kind
walking.
Of they're saying to the other people that, you know, young people that want to do stuff like this.
And that's what they were saying. I had read an article earlier. They said, what message is this sending regarding our gun laws? That you can just travel across the state with no licensed guns, and just walk around in the public with AK-47. He should have been charged for this. Don't make no sense.
Even if there wasn't nothing but some minor like illegally carrying a weapon, they should have slapped him on the wrist for something. This is just, and then his reaction when my mom was showing me him that fell out and they had the ground, I said they should have left him.
He was crying in the courtroom. Is that what did it? Is that what got the jury?
Girl.
Well, you know, when they told him he was found not guilty, his little ass started shaking and falling out then too. I'm like, I'd have left him.
The lawyer had him in his arms, coddling him and holding him.
That messed up was so fake. It was so fake. But somebody said real quick, somebody said earlier, he killed a white person and was still found guilty. The white person that he killed was as good as black because he was there for Black Lives Matter.
That's why I said that. That's exactly why
they had no sympathy on him. The other thing is that anytime you come brandishing a rifle to a pep rally, you coming to intimidate,
right?
Not speculate. You came to intimidate, and he was cocky with it. And even when he was told to stand down or do whatever, he still wasn't being compliant. He was still doing because he was cocky. And what kind of man?
He lied and said he was an EMT or something.
Yes, he said he was an EMT.
And his mammy. His 99-year-old, 39-year-old wanting to be crinkled up, wrinkled up, trailer house. Okay, mammy. You understand me? And anytime you drive your child, because now what if he would have died?
Right, she been
what if he had died? You dropped your child off to assassinate, and then he get assassinated.
Then
how would you have felt?
So she literally
told him to stand down. They told him to stand down. She came and picked him up. The police was giving him orders. He walked right by them.
Yep.
And went.
And
she came and picked him up.
What kind of mess is this? So this is the very reason I want him to know.
And he turned himself in when he got ready.
Right.
Yeah, because didn't y'all tell me last week
they should have maced him, tased him, tackled him down like they did George Floyd.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't saying anybody deserved to have a knee on no neck. I ain't saying all that part.
Right.
But anybody else had it been us?
Right.
Had it been us?
That's so blatant. But then, you know, that's why I was like, you know, I'm from the South. And you know what? My folks, I grew up hearing, like, as long as black people killing black people, it's fine. But when you start killing white people, it's a problem. And if you're a thief, it's a problem. Because if you're steal from anybody.
Exactly.
Like, so they I was so surprised. I'm like, he got out.
And they decide to appease the African American community by commuting the sentences of Julius Jones and Purvis Payne. Now, Purvis Payne, and then they finally exonerated the two guys that were accused of killing Malcolm X.
Right.
But you let a guilty man once again go free. And as to the question of where he can be civilly charged, yes, he can. Yes. It's the same thing as with O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was found not guilty because if it don't fit, it don't. You must quit. Right. He got found not guilty, but he paid devilishly well in civil court. That's how her family was.
But you know what? My thing is like this. Well, you right about, who was it? Like I had said at the beginning of the show before anybody jumped on the panel that we got some losses this week. We got some wins this week, but that's how they do us. That's how they do it. They have to throw us, they have to throw us a rope.
Yeah.
To feel like our voices matter sometimes.
Throw us a bone.
Throw us a bone. Yeah, they gotta make us feel like our voices matter sometimes.
That's just so crazy though.
And then we think about where I don't know if you guys heard of Alberto Martinez, aka Alpo Martinez, the drug kingpin from Harlem.
Yeah, I seen he got killed.
That was good. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. He lived by sword, you die by sword. I get that. But girl, that was one fine specimen of a human being. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Well, what happened with him?
Well, the history is long. It goes back. He was a drug kingpin that started. He's same age as me. So he started dealing drugs back in the 80s, and he was only like 15, 16. He wasn't even 20 years old, and he was millionaires. He was a multi-millionaire. All of that Louis Vuitton design, leather jackets and car seats, and he's the one that started all the Dapper Dan. He's the one that got Dapper Dan famous and all, because at a young age he got custom designed clothes because he could afford to do that. So I don't know if you all are familiar with the movie Paid in Full. But he was one of the people in the movie that the movie was based on. So he had 35 years or something that he was sentenced to, but he worked out a deal with the government that if he were to snitch, as that's the street word, right, become a rat, he gave up some of his.
He cooperated.
Girl, however you want to put it. He did it. And he went along with them, and they reduced his sentence, and he got out of jail like 2015, something like that. So he was all out of jail into the witness protection program. So they, he had a whole name, Oh, no. Well, see, this is the thing. It wasn't so much that the street came back for him, but he went, he laid low for a few years, but he resurfaced. And not only did he resurface, it's alleged that he started dibbling and dabbling back into the game. And he was, getting back into making that money.
That's probably the only thing he ever knew.
It's all he ever knew. And, you got to figure you living a life of living in penthouses and driving expensive cars and trucks and motorcycles and things like that until you get locked up, and then to come back and you living in a little small 3-bedroom apartment. Although the apartment was nice and neat, it was something that I would probably be able to afford, So
he's used to that lifestyle.
He's not used to that lifestyle. So
he was living.
But here's the thing. Well, you can take how they say you can take the man out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the man. But in this case, you can't take him out the hood because it was just in him. So he started going back in the same neighborhood. What? Well, a lot of people thought that he was assassinated for some of the old gripes or something like that. But apparently it was over a woman. and not that. So what happened was he was
every time.
Some young girl, younger dude's girl.
Ooh.
And the guy stepped to him, apparently not really knowing who he was. And he stepped to Alpo about it. And they said Alpo slapped him. Like, Negro, who talking to? He slapped him.
He gave him a pimp hand.
Yeah, he back in. She slapped him. And the guy, he belittled him like a B-I-G-G. Yeah. So he belittled this man. So they're saying that in retaliation, that you can't trust a big butt and a smile. And so the guy came back and
that girl is
poison. But let me tell you all this. Let me tell you all this. This little young guy was a little guy. Okay, he was a little small, thin, little young guy. Alpo was, he's probably maybe about 6 feet tall. He was kind of stocky, nice built, and everything. But not only that, he was wearing a vest, and he was riding in a F-150 with those big 4x4 wheels, the big monster truck wheels on it. Okay, so we talking that this truck was sitting at least 6 feet up. Okay, so for him to be sitting that high up off the ground, and he had a vest on it. I want y'all to look at those.
I'm looking at the picture.
Look at that picture. Now you see what those. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
You see what those what an entryway is on those bullets, straight through. Now you got to be about 8 feet tall to shoot straight across.
Right.
Or shoot. They're saying now the police said that this was a drive-by. Now, anybody that know for high as that truck was off the ground, and for him to get pumped 5 times in the chest, even if you look at the way that the bullets were shot, none of the back window on the driver's side wasn't affected.
Well, the trajectory wasn't the same.
That the front driver's window, the front passenger window, and the back passenger windows were shot out. He had on a bulletproof vest. So he got 5 times in the chest.
So he know what he could be faced with.
This is the point. This is the point. That was no drive-by. Because if it was a drive-by, those bullets would have went upward and through the door. Because of the, average car is down low.
It was intentional, just like your phone.
It was not just intentional. It was a hit, and it was a professional marksman that did it, and they had to be on top of something. That was not a drive-by. If you ask me, that came from higher up.
Yeah, probably.
Of course, and 9 times it came from higher up because number one, you have given up information that could possibly blow everything we put together. Not only that, to add insult to injury, we got you out and gave you a whole new start on life, and you're gonna go back to doing the same thing you were doing. Do you think we're gonna let you
them in the face?
Exactly. That was a professional hit. That was not, in my words.
So you think it was a hit from the snitching, or you think it really has something to do with
it? Wasn't no hit from no snitching.
So you think it really has something to do with
everybody that pretty much that he hit, that he snitched on, either still locked up or dead. Because now he got like, to be honest with you, he got charged with like 18 murders. He was a this dude, and he talked about all the people he killed. But he had to confess to that. As well as what the streets, the connects. Now we talking about this dude dealing like 200 pounds of coke when he got busted.
Yeah.
So that street value was over what, $600 million or something like that.
These dope dealers, when they get real big, they like, man.
He wasn't a dope dealer. He was a king. Right. I'm just saying, because when you start a dope dealer, you make a couple of grand a week. This dude was making $300,000-$400,000 a week.
They make so much money.
Right. So for him to get back out and recirculate in no time to get back where he would have been untouchable at this point. Because on top of we're talking 30 years ago, they didn't even have internet and modern technology like they got now. If he was darn near invincible then,
he'd have been hell now.
He would have been hell now.
And that's why he was wearing a bulletproof vest.
He was wearing a bulletproof vest because of the simple fact. Baby, so you had to know that he had a vest on. Mm-hmm. And you had to know that you had to use something that would penetrate that vest.
Right.
And you had to know that it was going to take more than one, and that you only had a certain amount of time to get those 5 in.
Right.
Come on now.
You had to be on point with your shooting.
That was an expert marksman, and that was a professional hit, and that was from high above. That wasn't no retaliation from no girlfriend.
Yeah,
that was too much.
Yeah. And thank you, Pandy's Hair, for sharing the video. Please like and share the video, you guys who's watching. Thank you. And my diva voice, like the video. Thank you.
Y'all hear my grandman saying hi, y'all.
Hey, please like the video. Thank you.
Thank you.
And share it. The more the merrier.
Now, look, have y'all already talked about the darn show? Because I'm mad at you, Tanya, for wasting my time and making me. It was too painful to watch. I watched about 15 minutes and I was like,
do you know how cringe? I was cringing the entire
time. Terrible. And this was my first time ever watching the Versus.
Don't let that deter you from watching, because they didn't have some very good ones. So don't let this pass.
What? Okay, hold on, time out. I got a serious question.
Go ahead.
Was Shaka drunk or high? Did they take her right out of rehab?
So I think
they took her right out of rehab right after she had checked in, huh?
She snuck out of rehab.
Right, because I'm like, she's like somebody who just had a stroke, or either she's super duper high.
I thought about that too.
She was
like she couldn't move. She couldn't even barely stand.
But she looked good. She was pretty. But
I don't know.
She was off. Hell, she didn't even know the words to her own song. She kept depending on Stephanie to sing it for her.
If Stephanie was not there, if Stephanie did not know the words, did you see when they handed the papers to Stephanie though?
No,
they handed Stephanie some white sheet paper, and I think that was like the list of songs that Shaka was supposed to be singing.
I see when Shaka pulled her daughter up there. And had her daughter start singing.
Yeah, I didn't make it that far. I couldn't take no more.
A lot of people didn't make it.
I said, I can't.
I was cringing. I just thought that she was gonna fall and drop and pass out any
girl. And then when she called herself trying to do the hoochie coochie dance, I was like, no.
And then one time
you gonna break something if you don't sit down.
It looked like all drunk people at the juke joint trying to dance, and they done had way too much.
Man,
but I'm gonna tell you one thing. Stephanie did not come to play.
She didn't.
Stephanie brought it, baby.
She was like, she had to carry the whole thing.
She was like babysitting her.
She did.
Yeah.
She was.
And that's why when they
holding her up and kept holding her to me, let's sing this, let's do it together. Like Stephanie's sitting chilling in between her songs and singing with you if she want to. That's what she's supposed to.
Right, she couldn't even get a drink of water, nothing.
She didn't get no rest the entire show.
I'm thinking, I'm like, how is this a versus if they singing everything together?
It's normally not like that.
The comment that was like,
it's normally not like that.
Oh,
but like they said, they did it. They were like, this ain't a competition. This is sisterhood.
Right. Yeah, because I'm
that was drunk or high hood. That's what that was,
girl. Because you can look at Shaka's face and see she was fucked.
Her eyes was like, and her lip like
really
it was like
her movement. I was just like, she walking like she just learned how to walk again.
Right.
That's why I said stroke. I'm like, has she had a stroke?
And see, that's why I posted on Facebook. Because before I said anything, I was like, "What's up with Shaka? Can somebody please tell me, is she high? Is she sick? Is she drunk? Because if she's sick,
you don't want
if she's sick, the nation. I mean, I say this: if she's sick, the nation they should have forfeited.
That's
they shouldn't have let her go on.
She shouldn't even have been on. It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious.
I have to be careful what I say because I've been friends with her daughter for a long time. I'm friends with her daughter on Facebook, so I have to be careful.
Melanie,
her name is Indira Malini.
Okay, that's the one that was singing.
That was the one that's singing, y'all. And I've been friends with her and with Millie Jackson's daughter for years. I have to be careful what I say because I don't want her to.
So, is Indira the same one as Melanie? Melanie that used to sing in that stupid group, Pretty in Pink?
I don't know about Pretty in Pink or whatever, but India is the same person. Her middle name is Malini. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same one. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna put it this way. All I'm saying is whether she's sick, high, drunk, whatever Shaka was on, I think
that's wrong for letting her go on like that.
You shouldn't have let her. Like, who is your publicist? Don't you got some real friends to tell you?
I think she has been too much Ciroc back there.
I wouldn't even send her out to the grocery store by herself with her acting the way she was acting. You need to be escorted everywhere you go. You need to escort because it just seemed like any second now. It was like the Leaning Tower the entire night. I was like, and then she took them shoes off and put on them clompers. I was like, what the heck?
I've seen them shoes. I'm like, she on there with them on.
Like, is them boots supposed to hold her still? The boots look so damn heavy. They look.
I think she has, you know how they sponsored by Ciroc. I think she probably had a little too much.
She had too much time.
That wasn't just no liquor.
And make a statement about last night.
That wasn't just
from her team.
But from my understanding, they said a lot of the what you call them, the people that hire them, the promoters.
The sponsors,
the promoters. A lot of the promoters don't want to call her no more because it's been times where she didn't show up or she was too high.
Hey Deborah on Facebook. Hey Deborah. You know what? If you guys were in the chat, if you were on the IG, the Versus IG, they was tearing Versus up. They was really tearing Versus up. And somebody had mentioned that they hope this doesn't damage Versus. That's how bad this was.
They ain't gonna hurt Versus. But Stephanie really fought for that because she's been wanting to do a Versus for
she sounded awesome.
But she actually tried to save it. She
was dancing, she was gyrating, she was in her element, like she was really grooving and having fun.
But she was trying to save Shaka singing for her too.
Looking like she having withdrawals or something. I'm like, what the?
I thought she wasn't gonna never get to sing when I think.
And then they said it was too long.
Girl, where there's love overflowing.
But why didn't Shaka sing like some of the songs that people really love? Like the one, what's that one song? That the girls remade. What was that? Not that song.
Ain't nobody. I'm Every Woman.
Yeah, that one. She didn't sing that one, and the other
yes,
one.
She did. Yes, she did. She sang it.
She sang it. Okay, it's the other one then.
What?
The one of those girl, female R&B singers song.
I feel for you.
No, she sang I feel for you.
No,
I'm telling y'all, it's through the fire.
Fire through the fire. Yeah, the one that was Kanye on Kanye's.
I kept saying it. Ain't nobody listening.
I didn't hear you.
Carmen Diva, you know we be getting hype. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, bro.
Hey, Tom.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Hey, Young G.
My bad. I know I didn't miss the first part of the festivity.
It's okay, boo. It's okay.
And you always.
But I don't think it's going. I don't think that's going to damage versus. Cause hell, if Steve Harvey didn't ruin it when he had Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isleys, that ain't gonna damage it.
What the hell I missed, y'all?
Steve got on my damn nerves.
Bro,
he took up all the time talking and shit and reminiscing about who he was dating back in the. Don't nobody give a shit. Let them sing.
I really enjoyed that show, but bro,
Ronald didn't know where he was half the time.
I see somebody feisty tonight. Go ahead, sir.
I know.
Feisty ass. You feeling good, huh?
Rittenhouse. We discussed Rittenhouse. What else we discussed already, y'all? Rittenhouse.
We talked about Alpo Martinez.
Yeah, Alpo Martinez, who was murdered last month, the big time drug kingpin.
Oh, so that just happened. Okay.
Yeah, it just happened.
We ain't gonna speak on it.
No, he was killed on Halloween in Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
That's Passover, dude. That's a whole nother ball game.
Somebody said trick or treat.
Yeah, they gave him a treat, all right.
Well, it was
that day.
Too. It was a treat.
Yeah,
it was a trick to that tree.
So
look, it was a trick to that tree.
Y'all got to fill me in, and what happened? So little white man from town was found not guilty, huh?
Yeah, Rittenhouse. He was found not guilty on all charges.
But okay, this is about. It's all around the Black Lives Matter and a Black life being lost. Are y'all really shocked?
I mean. I guess we probably really shocked, but when you look at the whole picture and how it played out, you just will hope that the jury would do the right thing. Like I don't know.
I hope they do the right thing.
They had them fucking cops from LA on video beating the dog shit out of Rodney King.
I know.
They got off.
I know.
Also, that means that basically, and I hope everybody listening in the world right now, I'm about to say this. The next riot going on, I guess I can run down the street and cross state lines and start shooting folks. And I think I'm going to get certified as an EMT and run up and shoot your ass.
That's what they're saying. Look at what this is going to do to the world when it comes to guns.
Y'all know they're about to make a Lifetime movie off that, right?
Legal carry and non-legal carry, and people just walking around the streets with big guns in their hand, like the Wild Wild West of shit.
You know they're about to make a Lifetime movie off of that, right? Especially
definitely. And they gonna have somebody gonna play him. Who gonna play this part when he in court?
Ricky Schroeder.
I might play that part. They can hire me for that.
He was up there.
Silver Spoons, the one that bailed him out.
Yes.
I could do that one. I could do that, girl. They
the
need
way
to
he
hire
was
me.
up there crying or fake crying.
Oh my God!
The arms out, like his elbows sticking out, like he got Tourette's or something.
Y'all childish.
No, the
no, he was.
I watched it over and over and over. I'm like, where the tears at? Where the tears at? Not one tear, not one snot bubble.
Not a now, no. He didn't have
no snot bubbles, not no saliva coming out the mouth, not no tears.
He didn't have a stitch. He didn't have a stitch of water in the eye duct or nothing.
Nothing. He should have at least dipped his hand in a cup of water on the side, and at least
Look, he didn't
Y'all
have
know he
no
about to
long
act. Y'all know he about to act
he didn't have
complete
no long
donkey.
drip slobber or nothing.
He about to have. He about to act a complete donkey because you know, right? You know what this means for him, right? That means that this is double jeopardy. They cannot charge him with that same shit
They
no more. He
cannot
about
charge him.
And he's about to go to college to be a nurse.
Oh, he about to be stupid, but no, he gonna catch a hot one. Don't get it
Dr.
twisted.
Bell.
All these European folks ain't gonna be standing down and taking that shit.
Wow.
You know.
Well, what do you think about the what do you think about them suing him civilly? Do you think they could win?
Oh yeah. They'll definitely get him on that. But see, the key to it is they ain't gonna want to sue him civilly. The loved ones of the boy that he killed, somebody got somebody in their family that like to eat toothpicks and go hunting with a dog named Pickle and the other dog named Turtle. And then, you know what? And they gonna find his ass. See, we got you there, son, huh?
They is in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They gonna sue him and take his mama's little station wagon, a little minivan, whatever it is.
Did she have a wood panel station wagon?
How old is she, Kiana?
Yeah, yep.
99. How old is she?
39 going on 99. Girl, she look like looking at every bit of 89 in the face.
So she looks like the old crypt keeper, huh?
Are you saying milk? Did you say milk?
Who? What?
Milk.
I didn't say milk.
She look like the old crypt keeper, huh?
Y'all don't know what I'm talking about with milk?
What? Oh,
you know they say white people age like milk. They look real good at first, and then they start spoiling old real fast.
I'm a diva.
That is so funny.
I'm just saying, I didn't make that saying up, but it was kind of true.
Did somebody just say he had an enema? What you say?
She said that age like milk, like it be spoiled.
Oh,
with clumps in it. What?
Oh,
no, I ain't say nothing about no clumps.
No,
I ain't said nothing about a clump, but it do be clumps in that milk, and you know that could be cellulite and all of that. You
looking
know they
like
come
buttermilk, looking like buttermilk,
sour,
and that's just because her soul is ugly.
How you gonna be sour? How you gonna be sour? How you gonna be fresh and sour at the same time?
I think racist white people age the worst. Racist white people age the worst.
Yeah, they do.
Cause they smoke them old bootleg backwood Camelback tarred Marlboro
Cowboys. They smoke them Cowboys.
Evil. I think that's the price of their evil heart. Their evil. I don't know. It's like you see an old white person just look like they are 2,000 years old. Yeah, they probably racist.
Yeah, because they was walking around. They was hanging out with Jesus. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh my God.
Saying, I don't know. They don't age gracefully at all.
Look, they wasn't walking with Jesus. They was walking with Judas.
Right. I guess because they crackheads. I guess.
But usually the ones of us who don't age gracefully, they usually on all kind of drugs, and I mean they usually got a reason. Like they something that they intake on a normal regular basis is causing them not to age gracefully.
It's too strong for you, bro. Put it down.
Ooh, I hear it too.
I know that.
That's a one hitter. That's a one hitter. That's a one hitter.
Praise the Lord. I'm sitting there looking at this dude, this Kyle Rittenhouse. Why he break down? Why he do the OJ breakdown? Like that nigga hit his knees like he was in the fast and shut in. Like somebody said. He
was like he caught the Holy Ghost. He was like.
He did. He just broke down.
He caught the Holy Ghost. He was
like he went to the midnight special.
You know how you get swayed in the spirit?
You did not.
He caught a midnight special.
He was swayed in the spirit.
You stupid. You would not bring it up.
Yeah. He caught a midnight special.
I used to watch that faithfully every Friday.
Y'all know he caught a midnight special praise.
What they say in that midnight Paul and Silas prayed.
Yeah, that's what he did too. I felt my shoulders getting warm.
Man,
you had to know what we talking about.
Don't make me bring out my keyboard, girl. I had to hit the right note.
Come on,
Look,
now, bro.
I'll go find Alice. I'll go find Alice.
No, she didn't.
It's almost me.
And now you got time to sing. Oh Lord, Sis about to get to
I
sing.
know all them folks down there.
Look, she rocking now.
You and your wife go come up to Oklahoma, and when I come up there, you and your
When
wife
y'all gonna be up in
come
Oklahoma, girl?
You mean Omaha?
Omaha. Yeah, what I
Yes,
said.
Cisco coming up here.
Look, just because they both start with an O.
What I had said. I ain't messed up, Hannah.
When you supposed to be up there?
I think it's next. When is that? Next spring? Is it next spring? No, it's in June. It's in June.
Yeah, next June for a wedding.
I'm beat up. Forgot all about that by then.
No, about around what time?
I remind you, sis.
And Melissa, you need to come too.
Well, actually, about around what time? Because I probably
tell Deanna too.
We probably plan on. I probably plan on coming home because that be my brother's. When he passed on June 8th, so I probably go home.
For the anniversary.
I think it's the 18th or the 23rd. It's something, one of them kind of days. It's on that second.
That's all good. I pray that our
it's on a day that end in Y, but you know that. It's in June on a day that end in Y.
Well, you just make sure, Miss Cisco, you come like a day early or 2 days early.
Oh yeah, girl.
I want y'all to know something. So because I have been so busy, I ain't gonna lie, I have been neglecting my laundry. I had so much laundry downstairs. I looked at it. I was like, "In the way, I'm gonna get this shit done. Sitting here doing a load at a time." So I said, "We're gonna load up the truck and we're gonna go to the laundromat as a family." My daughter got excited. She was like, "This is her first time ever going." She was like, "This ain't no washer. This is a dryer." Because it loaded from the front. I said, "No, baby, this is a washer." Yeah, here, let me pour it in. How you do it? Here, let me put the quarters. Oh, she wanted to put the quarters and everything. Where the dryers? I said, over there. Oh, she was like, this was kind of fun. I'm like,
drive and tell her to take all the clothes to the laundromat.
That's what we used to do back in the day.
We don't have to do this again.
They used to drag our ass to the laundromat. I ain't got no business going. You got to go anyway. For what? Just because
we didn't have to go to the laundromat. We had one of those old 1919. When I say 19, I'm talking about the year 1919 washer with the roller wheel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I Love Lucy.
Damn.
My cousin
you wash the clothes and then after they done,
and then you run it through the ringer.
You gotta pull out the water by hand and feed them through that roller that squeezes some of the water out. And then you have to hang them bad boys. If you didn't have a dryer, you had to hang them bad boys on a hanger.
Yeah.
And don't be no jeans. Don't be washing no jeans.
Oh, they do. Them jeans gonna be through.
Don't be washing no jeans and trying to put the jeans through that thing because the thing was so. And then if you put something there that's too big, it would knock the whole thing off. And you gotta take like 30 minutes to put the damn thing back together. Oh my God. And covers. Take your big old covers. And
the only other time I heard about that, my mama said when she was little, she got her arm caught in there.
Yeah,
and that was one of the few memories she had of her mama. Because my grandmother died when my mom was 6. So that was one of the few memories she had of her mama was she did that. And her mama was like, I told you to leave that alone.
Them washers, man, I was so glad when my mom and dad got some updated washers and child. You would have thought we just moved up to the east side because when I seen the washer and dryer get delivered, I was like, oh my God. I was like, your daughter, oh my God, how do I use it? Where we put the
was it a Kent Moore?
I don't remember. That was so long ago.
He came with the Whirlpool man.
Yeah, all black folks. We got
Y'all didn't do the clothesline? Because we had to walk.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you had the clothesline, but you still had to run it through the ringer.
Way across the yard, like it was a. Oh God, I hated hanging clothes on the clothesline.
Yeah, in the backyard, everybody had that.
Yeah, when it was warm.
But why? No. Why, when we hang our clothes on the line when we was younger, I never looked or experienced the stuff that the people in the commercial experience. Oh, my clothes just. But
I know in that Carolina heat, I'm supposed to be driving 15 minutes.
That is stupid. She is really going dramatic.
I mean, have y'all I ain't never
they would be so stiff, and then they smell like our dogs.
Yeah, they would be stiff.
Yeah.
And then you got to get that old hot ass iron that been on grandma's gas stove all day for a day and a half. That damn thing so hot, you got to pick it up with some big ass.
And heavy. Them the heaviest. No wonder people died when you smacked them in the head with an iron back then. Shit. Them motherfuckers was heavy as hell.
They was solid piece of damn steel. It was an iron.
They was lifting weights.
They was irons.
Yeah, I don't iron to this day because they put me out with it when I was a child. I'm like, I buy clothes that I don't have to iron. I don't even own it.
Hey, let me give me a shout out. I'm gonna shout out to the people on Facebook commenting on our show on Facebook because we live on Facebook too. My godmom said she used to use the rub board and the tub. She had the tub board. And thanks Deborah.
She talking about the
your mama had a washboard.
Yeah, washboard.
In the tub, and you had to spray.
Wait a minute.
No, I never used it, but I seen it.
I hated that. Like mom and them at work, and you on laundry duty. That's like really an all day job. Well, you don't have the right.
No, I didn't ever use it. She had one. She would use it for like delicates and stuff like that. Although I don't know how delicate you can be with that damn thing.
No, when the times when we didn't have no water, when we might not have had no water because the utilities got cut off, and we had a little water that we done borrowed from somebody. And we
you mean like when we hook our hose up to the neighbor stuff? Yeah,
we in the tub.
I remember that.
Or the old man. Or,
you know how embarrassing that was running water.
I think we all done been through something like that, though. Everybody
be the old man.
We was slow. We was the only ones with a ringer. Ain't none of my other friends or family member had a ringer washer.
But listen, Tanya. So the lady that I rented when we was in North Carolina, the lady that I rented from, she lived right next door or whatever. So she called me and say, and she just casually, so Laura, I think it's about time to get another refrigerator because this one kind of feel hot when you touch it, and I think it's kind of, I think it's about time though. And so I said, well, what kind of refrigerator? It's that kind where you pull the handle down, it opens the door, and you have a metal. You got the metal ice tray. It's an ice box. It's an ice box. So okay. She's like,
she had an ice box for real.
Girl, look. I said, well, how long have you had it? I believe I got it in 54. I said, that's great.
She had a Frigidaire. That's what she had. She had a Frigidaire.
Yeah, that's the real deal right there.
Refrigerator.
Hey, somebody will buy that and restore that and sell that.
I throw that bad boy in my garage. If it's still
exactly, I throw a new. I'm a maintenance man. I throw me a new compressor on that Joker, man, and call one of my little HVAC partners.
That'd be our extra refrigerator if I had.
In 1954, I said, I'm surprised it ain't ran out the door by now.
That's too bad.
That's the same year my daddy was born.
I had an antique stove in my house before I sold it. I don't know if you ever got young.
Your pop's young. You say he was born in 54?
Yeah, he was 19 when I was born, so he was,
I got you now, because that's my oldest brother. He just a few years older than my oldest brother. So yeah, that's
he was being fat.
I've always been that kind of person who's always been really interested or intrigued by how things change over time. So I'm that person who will look up some old stuff, like the very first stove, the very first refrigerator, the very first, microwave. I've always been like that. Like the very first pair of jeans, the very first pair, I always been like that. And it's really amazing how technology just changes over the years.
Well, I'm glad it's changed for some of this stuff. Remember the cell phones, the big ass bricks?
Let me have a regular washer in 2021. Ain't nothing get washed.
Remember them first VCRs where it popped up from the top?
Yeah, I know that's right. That's when Blockbuster came out.
The first tape
for the microwave, had a Betamax.
Don't let the tape get stuck.
There you go, Betamax.
8 tracks.
Betamax. What about the cassette tape?
That's what cassette tape. When
I got all kinds of cassette tapes still.
Me too. I got a bag of cassette tapes and nothing to play them on.
Do y'all remember?
I got a tote full of them.
Do y'all remember playing the tapes over and over and over? Do you remember the song or the rap?
I still do that.
Stop it.
I know that's right.
Because we didn't have the internet back then to just look up the lyrics.
We used to write them down on notebook paper.
Yep.
Write it down. Yeah. Stop and pause it. And when I turn it, click it.
We used to we ain't had cable, so we would take the boombox and put it in front of the TV. And like when Dick Clark or something like that come on, that's how we record the stuff.
She said in front of the TV, girl, you better turn on KBWH.
I remember the first
Channel 2 play on the radio.
Where you try to have to cut off the announcer when he come on, you trying to hit the button at the right time.
Yeah,
so he won't be talking.
Right. And they always start talking like right at the good part of the song. You'd be like, "Shut up, nigga."
Remember the first boombox that had the double cassette where you could record one of the cassettes to the
Girl, I thought I was the shit with that.
That was the shit.
I was duplicating. Making money, making me some tape.
Making money over, yay.
Making me some mixtape.
Stereos that was like a piece of furniture. You raised the middle part up.
Yep, we had one of those. My
granddad had one. We
had a record player on
the
where
you lift the top up.
Yes, it looked like a piece of furniture.
Yeah,
my grandparents had one. My grandparents had one upstairs and downstairs, and then we had one at my house when I was younger.
Yeah, we had the record player and all that. Ours had the record player and the big 8-track and the cassette, and we never had any record.
No, we ain't had a cassette. But
ours didn't have a
cassette. All she did was listen
all the time.
What about if the record starts skipping, you put some quarters on the top of it? And the way
I didn't grow up with no records in the house.
No, you have no records.
That was
38.
Even though my mom was very religious, we didn't even have the gospel records.
No.
Oh my God.
We have a whole bunch
That's how my uncle woke us up on Sunday morning.
My family, we had records galore.
My uncle woke us up playing the Dixie Hummingbirds and Mahalia Jackson. And
no, I'm gonna tell you, Daddy on Saturdays. We was talking about this not too long ago. Me and my sister and my dad. Saturday mornings, when my dad didn't have to work, they was cool because Daddy would get up and cook breakfast, and he would cook for real. He would cook us like scrambled eggs, and then he would have the that kielbasa sausage. He'd be cook that. He'd be done cook bacon, and we had sausage.
That's how my stepdad used to get down.
So it was like shit, okay, but we should have known. It took us a minute. But we knew it was a trick after a while. Look, you get good and full, and you think you finna go back to your room and go to sleep, and then Bill Withers come on.
Ain't no he would
put that Bill Withers record on, and that meant it was time to clean the whole fucking house.
You know what?
When I
My
wake up
dad used
in
to
the
take
morning,
us.
love.
Sitting there listening to grandma's
My
hands.
eyes.
And he
What
would
y'all
play
know about
Bill
some
Withers in
grandma's
the car.
hands?
Grandma's hand,
Grandma,
ain't no
hey,
sunshine.
on the
What's the other
birthday
one?
Sunday morning. Grandma,
Use me up, baby.
Use
play
me
the
up.
tambourine
Use me
so
up.
well.
That's a good ass song
Lovely
there.
day.
Yes. That was a bomb ass. I have to give it. That was a bomb ass record.
We had the 8-track for that one. My dad used to take us riding on Sunday evening. And we just be riding around. I'm like, oh, where we going? Because I'm one of them people, I don't believe in riding if we don't have a destination. He like, we just riding. And I'm like, well, shoot, I could have stayed at home. But he just would ride and play Bill Withers.
That's the cruise.
Yeah. I can
I
appreciate
remember my
it now,
dad
but when I
got
was
this.
7,
I remember my dad got this brand new Cadillac, the long
not the caddy.
with the you know, the old Cadillac. It was black on black. It was shiny. We would just be driving like nowhere.
Yeah, the fish
just driving through the hood, just driving through Norfolk. Just riding.
Yep.
And we feel so cool. We felt so cool.
I was in a funeral car.
I'm telling you, it looked like one of the funeral cars, but that mug was bad. It was clean.
Why gotta be a funeral car?
Because you could fit your whole damn family in there.
No,
the whole family.
Everybody going for that long ride.
It'd be like 3 of us in the back seat, and you could still fit like 4 more kids back there.
That was back when you used to stand up and you didn't have to put on a seatbelt. You could just stretch your hands.
Look, and flipping over the front and back seat.
What no car?
Look, everybody in the front. Look, if you needed to scoot up, everybody in the front row had to go 1, 2, 3 and scoot.
Yo,
be mad as hell when it don't work because you got to do it again.
And the front seat was like a couch. It was the whole front seat.
You just brought back the thing that I had forgotten, Karma Diva. I had forgotten all about that.
And then wait a minute, you didn't wear seatbelts, but when they had to step on the brake, everybody mama arm came right out in front of them like a damn like arm on the school bus.
You still do that to your kids, no matter how old they are. I do that to my 6-year-old sons. If they sitting in my passenger seat, I'll be like, they be like, Mom,
I still do that.
We used to ride.
I'll be like, y'all better hold on to that thing in the ceiling.
Y'all used to ride on the back of the pickups back in the day.
Yeah, we used to ride on the back of the
I missed that.
Because they won't let them do it now, will they? Because of the whole
No, it's against the law.
No, we still do it down here.
We were never
Texas is a whole another entity.
Well, we're in Alabama, but you have to do that on some back roads where no police. You can't do it on the highway. But it used to be we would be on the highway and drove about 30 miles, hair all over your head.
I'd be scared because we didn't do it long distance. Like if we riding through the hood and we going to somewhere else, but on the interstate and all that.
We be on them back roads down there, Arkansas.
We had the highway though.
Yeah.
Ain't the highway the same thing as the interstate? Well, I mean, you can't do it as fast, but still like
it's different in Alabama anyway.
Like 40, 45, 50.
Highways.
They used to do about 55, 60.
Yeah, that's
no, back in the day, I think the height was like 55.
Yeah, you get your tail
55 was the speed limit.
Your hair just flying in the wind and you hold on to
I'm talking about hair all over your head when you get ready.
If you think you really going fast.
Right.
It ain't going shit.
I got something I want to talk about. I got 2 things I want to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
The first thing, how many people watch The Harder They Fall?
I did.
I
haven't seen it.
Did you like? I loved it. Of course,
I really liked it.
That's my.
I really liked it.
Again.
And I like what's got her ass whooped in the end, even though that's one of my favorite actresses.
Yes.
I love how she got that ass tapped in the end.
I think it's on Netflix. Or
it's on Netflix.
You know that new Venus and Serena's movie is on HBO Max.
Yeah,
I watched that last night. King Richard.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I figured it was.
The daddy was a trip.
Look who's acting in it. I figured it'd be pretty good.
Who's in there?
Yeah,
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Will Smith is playing their father.
See, I don't like Will Smith. I don't watch none of his.
Really?
I haven't.
You don't like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I hated it.
Oh my God, I love the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But I'm gonna tell you what I couldn't stand. What I don't like is.
Feels like the hell.
Up to the house about 7:45.
Was him saying Uncle Phil, Uncle Phil, Uncle Phil. I got sick of Uncle Phil. The only
Unreal.
Uncle Phil. I got sick of Uncle Phil. And then the only movie I ever watched was Bad Boys because Martin was on there, but I ain't never seen none of his other stuff.
Oh, I love watching Bad Boys. If they made another Bad Boys, I don't
You
know.
seen Independence Day?
He gotta lose some of that
Never
stomach.
Pursuit of Happiness.
I was just about to say Pursuit of Happiness. Oh my God. I cried every time.
7 seconds.
I purposely don't watch anything with Will Smith or Gabrielle Union. I don't like them two, so I don't watch none of their stuff.
Hold on. Gabby is Omaha's hometown girl. Hold on.
I don't care. She came down here and talked about my hometown, so I was done with her.
What happened? You talking about Gabby?
What'd she say?
They know what? In Huntsville. And
Tell the
they
toast,
were
girl.
having like the BET Awards about 15 years ago. So they were asking her what was her experience like. And she dogged out with Ariel. I'm like, I ain't fooling her no more.
I'm gonna allow you to be upset with her because although she is from here,
ooh, tell the toast, girl.
I ain't seen her in person in like 10 years at an Omaha day. So I ain't saying she. I know I've been saying she didn't come here. But what I'm saying is, as a celebrity in the community, I never see her out in the community doing anything around here. So
well, I mean, you know, D-Wade.
I hate her, but you see it all the time. No, she goes to the football game.
Some people stay away because the same thing happened to Dolph.
I ain't saying she gotta be standing on 24th Street waving at folks, but a lot of celebrities all the time
until y'all told me, I didn't even know she was from
doing stuff where they grew up, like handing out turkeys.
But she technically did not grow up here. She was here for like the first 8 years, and then they moved to California.
Yeah, I know that, but she still spent some years here, and she still comes here all the time.
She's still a native with her dusty ass.
She come here because her mama's here.
Yeah, she has.
She built her mama a house out in Carter Lake.
Okay, before you go on, what I'm saying is she lived here for some years before they moved to Cali when she went to high school and all that stuff happened, and then she became famous. But she comes here on a regular basis. She has foundation. She has roots here. She's always bragging about here.
She is a Brian Fisher Lil John.
She's a glass too,
and all that kind of stuff. But
all that. She all that.
You never see her do you repping this town all the time, but don't nobody ever see you doing anything for this town. So and I'm not saying she has to be out here all the time slanging at the food pantries or anything all the time or serving dinners at the Francis house. But I'm just we see it a lot though with other celebrities,
paying the cost cable bill,
showing that they're proud of where they came from, showing that they, instead of just I'm from Omaha,
who from home? Okay, but I'm gonna say this: who from Omaha do that?
What I'm saying is she's always.
I don't see Amon Green coming back doing that.
I ain't really thinking
doing shit from the beginning.
I ain't really thinking what I'm saying is I'm allowed.
John Beasley live off of Grand Avenue and he don't do shit.
Please listen to me.
Listen
to me. All I'm saying is I'm giving her. It's okay if you want to say something about her. I don't really care. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to throw her in the book to make her feel like she's supposed to be up here, like repping our hood 25-8. I'm not saying that, but Melissa was like, "Well, I don't appreciate what she said." I'm just saying, it ain't like we see her around here all the time, and that's just all I'm saying. So she said something about that she dragged your town or something. That's what I'm saying. I ain't mad. That's all I'm saying.
The other thing I didn't care for is it seemed like every movie role she played that I did watch before that happened, the character was the same, except for Deliver Us from Evil. The rest of them, she played the same type of. She was typecast, and then after that,
like her character,
Tiffany Haddish
in that movie, and I like her character in Deliver Us from Evil. I like that character.
I like that.
Love me some LL, but I like her character in Bad Boys too. Each one of them.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I love her character.
You had a spinoff of that too called Manifest. I mean, not Manifest. LA's Finest, and that was a good one too.
I
like to watch that on Netflix.
I thought she was.
I mean, she has her roles.
Yeah, she has some roles are like, and then some roles are really, really good.
That's nerve wracking.
I mean, like I said, you got to look at Tiffany Haddish. Like, look at her. Every single role that she has is the same person, just a different name.
I don't think she can be serious.
Who?
I don't think she can do it. She ain't even funny.
Play a drama role or a serious role or maybe a what do you call it? The scary movies or horror movies. I don't think she can do things like that. She's just too funny.
Role I saw her in was the what's the one about the black lady that did the hair that started the
Madam CJ Walker. I forgot she was in that. Yeah.
I totally forgot.
She still added a little bit of lightheartedness.
I totally forgot. What character did she play in that movie? Because I totally forgot.
She played Madam CJ Walker's daughter.
Okay, and that's a damn shame because I forgot. And she played the daughter.
So she was a member.
I forgot too. That would be the only one that she's ever played that she wouldn't be in her damn self.
That's childish.
Yeah, y'all don't like somebody. Y'all don't like them for real.
They just go raw. Just don't care.
My thing is,
I wish her the best, and I mean, shit, get your coins, girl. Hell, they've been holding us back for years.
Right.
Take that money from them. But at least open up your, diversify yourself. Open up, try some different roles. Stop playing the same stereotypical role, because this is where they got you pigeonholed at.
Right.
And if you don't get out of that now, you'll never be able to break out of that, and they're gonna use you up, and then you're gonna be a thing of yesteryear.
And I agree with you on that, Karma Diva, especially the way that they are doing the stand-up comedians. How they're censoring like their entire shows damn near these days. Like,
I'm so sick of censorship in the first place, because don't we have a thing called First Amendment?
Yeah.
Don't we have it?
When it's convenient for
When did they? I want to know when did they amend that or rescind that law?
For me. It's the cancel culture for me.
I want to know. Okay, yes, let's talk about that too. Cancel culture.
Go ahead.
Who the fuck is in charge? Where's the panel at?
That's who I want to meet. I want to meet the head.
Because ain't nobody told me nothing about the meetings or nothing.
Right. Because I want to see who the head. I want to see who's running the shit, so that way I can just get, I can introduce.
We want to cancel Rittenhouse.
Cancel Rittenhouse.
We want to cancel.
Like, who in charge of all of this shit? Because ain't nobody. That's just like when Oprah and them was changing us from being black to African American. I was like, hold on, I didn't get my card. I didn't get my voter card in the mail. Hold on.
Like, how you know I'm called African American?
I'm like, I don't know nothing about Africa other than what y'all done told me on National Geographic or in a book.
The Africans don't even respect us by saying we African American.
Right.
Negro, black,
African American.
Yeah, you is not from Africa. You is not from Africa.
You lazy people. You spoiled American. You know.
Yeah, you was born in America.
Spoiled America.
Be like, we spoiled. We
Negro,
spoiled.
black, and colored.
That's what they
Be like,
say.
Because we ain't living here 5 years without paying any bills and living off government sending, driving brand new.
No, they're saying
all the best
in the sense that they're spoiled in the sense that we have a liberty to get education and to better ourselves, and a lot of us don't take advantage of, which is true. When Africans, they struggle and they fight, and they have to do what they can to be able to be educated.
But you know
them to go to school, they have to walk.
But you know what, Miss Cicely, when it comes to education these days, a lot of people go to school, they get in all this debt, and they
dumb as a bag of bricks.
A lot of people don't even really believe that college is going to grant them a better life.
It's not even college. I'm talking about the graduation.
They talking about basic, like elementary.
They're talking about basic.
High school. Oh, okay, never mind.
And they're talking about basic education. How the kids
what we get is a free education.
Now, if they dropping out of high school,
they have to pay for.
Right. So yeah.
If they dropping out of
high
school,
and half the time the girls don't even get. If the girls get an education, if they get one, a lot of times they have to drop out because they either get married or they get pregnant.
They get sold. They get sold down the river.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Did you see there was a show? Oh my God, I can't remember the name of the show, but it was about like little kids being sold in those poor regions. It wasn't Africa, but it was another poor.
I can't watch shit like that.
Yeah,
and they were being sold, and the girl, oh my gosh, she was so distraught. She was crying and begging her father, and the amount that they were being sold, they said it's only going to feed her family for like through the summer.
Yeah, that's childish.
That's how poor and desolate they are. They are literally selling their daughters for pennies. They're literally selling their daughters. For like back in the day when you used to sell your daughters, you used to get, all kind of food, money, cows, horses, pigs.
Not always. That's a myth. That's a myth. Don't believe me. That's a myth.
In certain areas, they used to get a lot for selling their children. Now, in certain areas, they didn't. Like if everybody poor, of course, they're not going to get a whole lot, but I'm talking about in the wealthier areas when they would sell their daughters, they would get like the people would pay a nice penny for the girl.
And that's because they would have, you know what the significance of those trunks are, like the trunks people keep at the bottom of their bed. Those are called hope chests or wedding chests.
Yeah,
they would start those when those girls were like a year old. Right. And start putting stuff in there. And so that's how they were able to accrue that larger dowry if they could. If they had the means.
It's just sad.
All your hope gone. Look, all my hope gone too.
Whether they get a lot of money, but see, the sad part is, regardless of what they pay for them, the sad part is, if you don't want to do it, if you don't go through it, if you try to run away, your own family will kill you.
It's like those arranged marriages.
Because they're depending on it.
That's the sad part. And even if they only giving you enough money for your family to survive for the summer, like what you gonna do? What you gonna do after that, Pops?
Have another baby.
You don't eat good for 3 months while I'm over here getting raped by this man, this older man. Like I don't know. It's
well,
really
like I'll give you an example of somebody being sold basically, but without the higher price dowry. Like look at The Color Purple. Mr. came up and he came up and he wanted Nettie.
Yeah.
But the daddy was like, no, but you can have Celie.
I ain't never
which is part of the reason why he treated Celie so bad.
Right.
And another part of why the daddy was able to live as good as he did.
Yeah.
Because Mr. paid. But it's sad. And then, you know, we talk about slavery in past tense here in this country, but slavery still exists today in 2021 in a lot of Middle Eastern and African
and anybody can be trafficked
in countries like in Libya right now. They're still buying and selling people.
And
if you go to some of those Middle Eastern countries, they will kidnap you and sell you into slavery.
Yeah. I just can't believe how, you know, when we were, well, at least from my experience when I was younger, trafficking was a thing of across the country. Mexico, you know, Peru, Colombia. I mean, just different parts of the country. And then as I got older, you realize that it's happening the same, if not more, right here in the United States.
Exactly.
And it's so sad because you don't even realize, like, a lot of these people who are missing, like a lot of the people they don't really care about, a lot of the black kids, a lot of the black females that have been just disappeared off the
quote unquote sex workers, the drug addicts.
I believe a lot of them, they probably got addicted to drugs and then they started pimping them out, per se, sex trafficking them.
Tanya, you used to listen to BS, right? Do you remember the time she had that guest on her show? And the lady was like, she said when she was 7, she was kidnapped and put into like the sex trafficking, and they kept her until she was like too old. She was like 16, 17, and they had them like bound to the beds. I just thought that was so sad because this lady was.
That would be a good story to.
60s. It was the 60s, right?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah.
But she was in like Tennessee.
But they still do it today.
Yeah,
that's kind of like, you know what? I think we should have Sheila come on and update again. Or if y'all want to hear about like modern day sex trafficking.
Yeah, we had
my cousin came on here. What was that, about almost 2 years ago? She came on, and because she's a clinical psychologist, and she broke it. I mean, when I say she broke it down for us,
broke it down.
There was shit you would have never, you know, because when we think of sex trafficking, you always think of somebody pulling up next to you in a white van, throwing you in there and driving off. But that is not. That's not how they do it nowadays.
But
at all.
It's selling you down the river and transferring you to another country. That's what we think of.
But it can be a house right next door. Sex trafficking too now.
It could be a house right next door to you.
And like prostitution. Isn't that considered? They changed it from prostitution.
Yeah, I guess you could. I guess you could call it the same thing.
Yep.
Trafficking is more like crossing state lines, I think, but it's still kind of along the same lines.
You don't hear those terms like you used to about pimps and stuff. Now you hear them talk about trafficking.
Well, what I read about trafficking, because that's what I was saying. That's what I thought it was, just taking people across the border, across the state. But what they said now is trafficking. If you next door to me in a house and they take you across the street to another house, then they take you next door to another house, then they take you. I mean, trafficking is
no longer constantly moving you around.
And then also, this is trafficking. If they take you to a hotel and they invite men over, back, that's also trafficking, because they took you from where you were safe. And it's not only kidnapping, but it's trafficking. And they took you.
And then the grooming and the main part of modern day trafficking is the grooming portion. That's the scary part.
How the whole R. Kelly thing got to trafficking, right?
Oh, speaking of R. Kelly, did y'all hear about Portia?
No, who is
I didn't get to hear the rest of that story. What happened?
I don't watch that.
Portia was one. She was one of the people who the prosecutors used. She was one of the Jane Does.
She was a Jane Doe?
She was one of the Jane Does.
Oh, really?
Y'all ain't heard about Elman? It's everywhere.
I didn't watch the interview.
No, but it's just trending all over internet. Every time I open up my internet, I was seeing Portia speaks out.
I didn't watch it.
Years ago, remember when Portia was trying to get into the music industry years ago?
No, I don't watch it.
You don't remember that? Okay.
Go ahead. She sounds irrelevant.
When she tried to get into the music industry, when she first joined Housewives of Atlanta, she used to talk about how she was trying to get into the music industry. But anyway, she was one of those girls she was one of those girls who R. Kelly has sought out, and she was just a regular person back then. She wasn't famous.
So he peed on her too?
I don't think so. But he was one of those. She witnessed him beating women and all not women, young girls, and keeping young girls.
Did she really though?
Yeah, really. She was one of the Jane Does.
Her grandfather.
Don't laugh, y'all going there.
That's all I know about
And me personally, I don't think it's funny because that just shows you right there that he will do. It didn't matter who you was to him. And she wasn't really famous back then. She was just a regular church girl. Her father was a pastor. You know what I'm saying? But it could be anybody. Anybody can be trafficked.
Okay, goes for he gonna pee. Like I've been drinking Sprite all day.
That's why I said if he got off. I mean, if anybody after this second time,
he got off.
But if he would have been acquitted like before, even if he would have been acquitted, I would really have to look at people's side eye if they kept trying to say, well, I believe, he was innocent on all these charges, and that's why I sent my kids.
Never said that. Now that I can say honestly, I've never said he was innocent on all charges.
But a lot of people felt that way after he was acquitted for pissing on that little girl.
You know what? I thought he was going away when they did that. When that video came out. And then when that nigga said, "How do y'all know it's me?" How you know somebody else didn't build a house like mine?
That tape was all through the hood, all through the projects. Everybody saw that too. And then
I helped package that shit here in Omaha. I helped package it.
Yes. And then he tried to pay his brother. He tried to pay his brother who looked up to him. His brother
was like, "Fuck no."
His brother, just like everybody else, just knew for sure he was this was the time where he was caught. He done so much shit to little kids. He was going down. Everybody thought that. His brother was like, I wish I would go to prison. And you know what happened to people in prison for messing with kids? Like,
that motherfucker said, how you know it was me?
I was like, yep.
Hey, Angela. What's up, Angela?
How you know it was me? It could have been somebody else that had a house like mine. Sir.
I could tell it was him.
Sir, you did an MTV Cribs and you showed us your house, sir.
But you know what? I heard a comedian say the other day, they said, man, if you watch that video of him peeing on that little girl, say you would have been shocked. But he said I was more shocked at the fact that he was also pissing all over his expensive furniture. He was like, man, you know how hard that shit is to clean?
Exactly.
I was like, dude.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, you know how hard that is to clean. Something like that.
See, and this is what get me. Everybody is so outraged, and rightfully so, because she was a young girl. But you didn't have enough sense. Somebody want to piss on you. You didn't move out the way.
Girl, she was only, you know how old she was at the time? She was a few years younger than she was at court.
I don't give a damn. My daughter is 11. She know when somebody got to pee to move the fuck out the way.
But she groomed?
No, she.
I mean, you gotta take a lot of things in consideration. It ain't like the girl just walked in there and let him pee on it. The child was groomed.
She did.
The child was groomed. It
don't matter, Tanya. There are things that you. There's something that
sometimes when you're groomed, you let all kind of things happen to you. You never been in that situation, you know, where you've been groomed, where you've been molested, where you've been raped. You never been in that situation. And
I have not, thank God.
Well, thank God, and I hope your daughter or anybody around you never.
I pray she don't
it's like it's kind of hard to explain. Who never been in that situation, like the people who, well, why people wait so long? Some people talk when they want to talk. Like some people, bad things happen to them, and some take it to their grave. They just don't want to talk about it. They don't want to face it again and again and again. So they just hide it. They just hide it way down deep inside, and a lot of people end up fucked up because they never talk about it or turn the person in. But
of course, to say what made her decide to speak up.
She said when she kept hearing about all these other, it was one of those things where people was just like, "Damn, this fool, he's still doing this shit. He in court again. It was one of those things where she was like, I'm gonna stand up this time and I'm gonna I'm gonna let my voice be heard. So it was just one of those things. Hey, is that the homeboy in the background? Hold on, I'm about to add you back on. We got Sislo back. And we got
what do y'all think?
Oh shit. Our presence is being graced tonight.
I know.
What y'all think about what y'all think about
what's up, shit working?
Travis.
Y'all
Travis?
Know who?
Travis Scott.
No, I ain't talking about that clown. I'm talking about
Young Dog.
No. I'm talking about this ignorant ass nigga that literally he shouldn't even made it to court. If that was my daughter, the way he did it, Zach Stacy, the running back dude that down in Florida, the ex running back that had whooped this girl and threw her into the damn TV.
Oh, is that story from a while back?
No, this just happened the other day.
What? Oh, I thought you were talking about
No, this is a black dude, I think.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, it was a brother, but it was his baby mama was white. She had like a 5-month-old or whatever. But yeah, now you got to see it.
Hold on.
That fat man.
Yeah.
Zach Stacy.
Yeah, that's it. Hold on, my grandson. Is a fat man? He about to go. All right, see you later, fat man. Big head dude.
Okay, Zach Stacy.
Yeah.
Wow. They got the pictures from the surveillance camera in their house of him beating up on her, punching her. Oh my God, she's all on the ground.
No. The way he did.
The baby is sitting right there on the couch.
And then make it so bad is that he, you know what I'm saying? Look, man. At the end of the day, I don't give a damn. He wouldn't even made it because he left the state and they was looking for him. And then they caught his ass. He came back, but nah, shit. You wouldn't even made it. You wouldn't have made it back to trial, bro. Sorry. I don't know if you can show that video or not, but I mean it's gone viral.
I tell my mama when she worked at correction.
I'm trying to find it.
I told my mama, I said, let me find out some bitch done hit you.
No,
I'm willing to get a charge and go down there.
He dog walked her. I'm looking at
yeah. Yeah, he would have got I'd have had to heat him, dude. He'd have had to get toasted. Somebody family would have been really upset. Somebody family would have been grieving. That's real shit.
Yeah, the Stacy family would have been upset. They'd have been they'd have been flower bringing and slow song singing.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't even been doing that because they wouldn't have found them. They wouldn't even find. They'd have been having memorial balloon releases.
Man,
have you seen me?
I'm not fucking around.
What tone they gonna have him on a flyer? Somebody, have you seen me?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what the fuck is gonna happen. Yeah, it ain't no need you get no flowers. Maybe for the family that's gonna have to deal with it, but shit, they ain't gonna fire your ass no more. You don't know if you're gonna be gator shit at the bottom of one of these Houston bayous, You don't know where the hell you gonna be, but you gonna be in somebody's bayou somewhere.
Hold up, I found the video, y'all. Hold on, let me put up my banner. My fair use.
And there's plenty of gators down here, and gators love nigga meat.
Hey, Vanessa, welcome to the chat, everybody. Let me just pull up my fair use.
Hello.
Welcome back, Miss Cisco. You just be jumping up and off the screen.
I know, right?
No, like if somebody calling something, it bumps me out.
Oh yeah.
Getting high, Craig. Leave her alone.
Who, me?
She know I love her.
Yeah, I don't care.
Is somebody else?
Somebody.
Yeah, I think somebody else just. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Where's the fair use? Here it is.
My Uncle Bill said he in hell. He just don't,
Oh, that's the one behind us. Okay, hold on. You said your Uncle Bill said what?
And my Uncle Bill said he smoke. He just he just take a toke. He don't inhale.
Oh yeah. Uncle Bill. Okay,
Big Daddy Bill.
Y'all ready?
Look, your Uncle Billy Jeff.
I know, right? That's childish. Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm gonna show both of them. I'm gonna show the copyright.
Uncle Billy Jeff.
Show the warning. Okay, I'm gonna show both.
Where he been?
Just to be on the safe side. Okay, here we go, y'all. He's back. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna show this video.
I knew it was 6 people in here. I couldn't. Okay, let me mute y'all.
I don't know. Famous, y'all.
I don't know what happened, but let me.
Famous.
Y'all crazy. Okay, here we go, y'all.
No, I do not. Please.
You thought that was okay? And they gonna ruin relationship and come out, I'm destructive?
Listen. Things are way different now.
Dang, the TV fell on top of her.
You think that was okay?
Now I do not. Please.
Yeah, dog, you wouldn't have made it to your arraignment.
You see how little she is?
I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck if she was 300 pounds.
The baby crying in the background.
You know what I'm saying?
You hear the baby? Oh my god.
No, he slammed this dumbass nigga slammed her on the baby.
The baby, the whole seat on the walker.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the last part. Yeah, that was the baby in the walker. His goofy ass. Yeah, he wouldn't have made
it, bro. You know what? That motherfucker roid raging. He roid raging.
Tell you something. Yeah. I ain't about to incriminate myself. It ain't none of y'all business, but that nigga would not have made it to his arraignment.
Hey, Ray, what's up, boo?
That's real shit. There's no fucking way in the world.
He threw her like a rag doll to the TV.
But I mean, think about it. If he out there on the football field throwing 300-pound men around, she ain't shit. That's a dish rag to him.
And she was so
I got a dish rag for him.
The weight, her weight don't matter, you know. So skinny. She looked like she might have weighed like 130, if that.
He gonna feel it's gonna be, he ain't gonna like what he about to feel. Yeah, he getting skinned.
He gonna get to court and he gonna be crying and
he's already in court. He wasn't crying. He had the motherfucking doggone lawyer.
Supposed to have him swinging from a tree.
Exactly.
And then the way he was pumping down on her, like
high noon.
And she was up there, please, Zach. See, that's why you have a pistol in your house.
That's crazy.
She
I
said
have
the reason.
never gone through any type of experience like that. Thank you, Jesus. But I don't know how women who do that get that on a regular basis. I don't even know how they. I don't even get it, man.
That's what Carrie Ray said. She said you can tell she's been beaten before.
Yeah, she said that she had put them joints up there so she can prove to everybody because she's like down in the state of Florida. That's like a misdemeanor. Domestic violence and abuse. See, nah, man, that it don't ride like that, man. I don't believe in no shit like that. If I gotta put my hands on you, then I don't need you. I don't need to be around you. That go for male, female, for family, friends. I don't need to be around you if I gotta put my hands on you. Cause something bad gonna happen. And I ain't gonna be the one that's gonna be bleeding. So
I just can't. And I might not be able to whoop your butt, like whoop you down. But trust and believe, you gonna feel some pain, buddy. It might be a burning bed up in that motherfucker by the end of the night.
Shit, somebody getting heated up.
Dude, I'm about to have my heat. I'm about to have my heat. Oh, ooh. I don't want to incriminate myself either. Let me shut up.
Exactly, because like I said, they ain't gonna find your ass.
With a can of pork and beans in it.
She said it's the final straw. You saw the video. The final straw, man. You can't even thump me on my nose and I stick around.
I do it prison way. I keep a sock with a can of pork and beans in it. Cause nigga, you gotta sleep sometime. And I'm gonna beat the shit out of you with that sock and that can of pork and beans.
That's an Ike Turner ass whooping right there.
Just don't let me get
that's what we need.
Don't let me.
I'll be happy to oblige him. I would be happy to oblige him.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Don't let me get to ain't dot. That's what I call my heat.
You want to play? You want to put hands? Okay, we can do it. We can play this game. Okay.
That's really lump.
Me into the TV. Okay.
Not the can of pork and beans. Yeah, that's really lump. Yeah, that's really lump.
That's what he gonna be.
That's really
lump.
No,
you know what I'm thinking about though, Karma Diva, right? Willie lump. Ow.
They don't know nothing about Willie.
You lump your ass up. I know that. That's a lump.
No, ain't that type of lump.
Willie lumped her up, all right. But I'm gonna be quiet.
Shoot, that other man down there and on the left side of the screen, no, who we talking about?
Oh, he sure do.
Yeah.
Mr. Whipped Cream. How you doing, Mr. Whipped Cream?
Oh.
Where King Tripod at? I miss King Tripod.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I haven't heard from him in a long time. You know what? I haven't heard from him in a long time since that tragedy that they experienced in their family.
I had talked to him a handful of times after that, but that was, oh my gosh, the way they had the baby.
Yeah, and I had texted him a few times, inboxed him a few times, I even invited him because we were still doing our parties and kickbacks and stuff around him, and he never came. So I knew that they were grieving at that time. Yeah. So I kind of just
they had twins since then, though.
Yeah, I know, but still, he's not on socially like he used to be on social media. And he was big on social media.
Right.
One of those people like me posting all the time. So I knew that's I can't imagine losing a little.
What was the Indian dude's name? They used to hang with them.
Oh my God, girl.
I can't remember his name.
Oh, he was cool as heck too.
He was cool than a motherfucker.
All his homeboys was cool. That's why they all was always invited to the parties.
We always had a ball. Yes.
I miss having
there was ever a fight.
It was never. We could have
never a fight
every weekend, and it'd be deep wall to wall, and it was never beef, fights.
Right.
That was our crew, and it was called the Grown Folks. That was our crew. And we, man,
we had some falling outs, but no physical fights.
Yeah, we had some falling outs, but no physical. Yeah, it was a couple of people who did fall out. Me included. No, but
that was not your fault.
That wasn't my fault. I ain't gonna take that blame. I all about the peace.
I know that's right.
Yeah, until you know how it goes.
I was about the peace too till that bitch call herself trying to talk shit about me and trying to set me up. Oh, hold on, bitch. No, you got the right one this time.
Hold on, what you talking about?
Y'all violent.
Oh, this was way after that incident.
Yeah, tell the tea, girl. Tell the tea.
I know, girl. What you talking about? What happened?
We had a mutual friend.
I mean, if it's too personal, don't say it online. Don't say it online.
I know that's right.
I just said we had a mutual friend.
Okay.
I didn't know they were messing around.
Okay.
They both.
But me and him wasn't messing around at the time. But I guess she took it as him flirting with me or whatever. Cause we literally was sitting there barbecuing. He came over. He was like, "Here, taste this," and he put some meat in my mouth. Told me, "Here, taste this."
Oh,
that was it. So she called herself hitting up the dude that I'm talking to, and going on and on talking about, oh yeah, she was trying to do this that night and this.
You talking about the dude, Mr. Casey? You talking about him?
Mm-hmm. No,
back there, somebody else back there.
Somebody before him.
Okay.
Yeah. That's who she talking about. I don't know who this is.
I was
like, crazy.
I mean, I woke up the next day and I had all these inboxes and shit, and I was like, the fuck is going on here?
What? You know what that sound like, don't you, Tanya?
Huh?
You know what it sound like, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't play these games, ho. I don't play hoe games. I'm a pimp. I don't play them games.
She said, I'm P.I.
P-I-M-P-I.
Okay.
Do you give him the Don one or you give him the
he put a piece of meat in her mouth. You know they messing around because he put a piece of meat in her mouth.
What? Wait, hold on, time out. Hold on. At that particular moment, it wasn't that kind. I ain't saying that never happened before, but look, I ain't saying that didn't happen before, but at that particular time,
that
ain't what had happened.
I'm saved.
That ain't the meat that was put in my mouth at that time.
I'm saved.
From what?
Karma Diva. That's
you was discretion is advised.
I'm saved.
What?
Okay. You forget I was there.
I always been saying Karma Diva since I was
You forget I was there.
Since I was 5 years old.
What was that dark skinned dude that used to come in after the parties?
Since you telling all your business, get her, sis.
It would always be after everybody left, and I'd be helping clean up.
Your business.
I just said what was his name. No, nigga, no. That ain't working tonight. Your dazed and confused look ain't working on me, nigga. No.
Y'all be saving yourself. That's some nigga shit. Yep. Yeah.
I'm saved.
You might have saved at the grocery store, but I don't know what other saved you talking about.
I'm super saved. I'm super saved. Okay, so maybe back in the day I had a little, I used to slip and slide a little bit in the middle of the night.
You was sinning too.
Just a little bit. I used to slip and slide in the middle of the night. I'm
gonna say one word, Furby.
Oh, Furby! Hell no! You're trying to kill me.
Y'all going ahead.
You trying to?
I didn't do nothing. I was just an observer.
Furby.
I sat back and observed.
Furby. Are we talking about hold up, put the name in the back chat.
I know you know who the hell I'm talking about.
No, because Furby?
Dude. Yes, Furby.
With the eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Hell no. Where'd you get that idea?
From y'all.
I don't know how.
You know she got to blame somebody. Somebody got to be the scapegoat.
Never. And that's on my holier than thou mother up in heaven. No,
mama out of this.
That shit scares me. And if he's watching right now, no shade. No shade.
We love you, and he know.
And that shit can give you a lot of shade.
Look, he know I don't give a fuck. I talk about his ass to his motherfucking face in front of his family.
On his back will give you violent. Your whole house. Shit on his. No, never.
Y'all are violent.
We might have played around and flirted around, but no, never.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
I tell you the same thing. Never, ever. No.
She said no.
I got the fall off early tonight.
No.
You didn't want to comb that?
No. The one that I did entertain a little bit. That was the one whose name Tone had said, but he was talking about something else. But yeah. Now that
did y'all hear your sister? She said she gonna have to fall out early tonight.
I heard her, but I was reminiscing about something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, baby girl not feeling good. So
I ain't even go.
Oh,
she's
not feeling good.
I
think she got pink eyes.
Why y'all bringing back memories?
Oh my! Warm compresses, like a wet warm towel. Keep that on.
Who baby girl not feeling good? Your baby?
And make sure you don't touch it. Don't you touch it, and don't let her touch it.
Mine already itching, Carmen.
Oh God!
We gotta go get a double.
This shit is so highly contagious.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all keep your hands clean and don't touch your face.
Yeah, them little nasty kids at that school. She brought them germs and stuff. I had to go pick her up early today.
Girl, shit, I get an email at least once a week. We have a case of corona. We have found 2 cases of corona. I'm like, really? And y'all still going? Okay.
But I'll catch you guys later. Let me go see.
All right, we love you, boo, and thank you for my picture.
All right, boo, get better, baby girl.
I posted my picture that you made me.
All right, bye.
All right, kisses.
Good night.
You and your daughter feel better. But yeah, the name that Mind Your Own Damn Business said, but he was referring to something else. Now that, yes.
What did he say?
Yes.
What did he say?
Come on, you forgot already?
I heard Tone say Willie Lump Lump.
Diva.
Okay, let me think back.
Lump.
Yeah. I know, I already said that one.
Why are you talking about you don't know what?
Because I said it and you kept going on, the one he said, and I'm like,
no, what I'm trying to tell you, girl, you high. I'm trying to tell you that was the one. You talking about the Furby, whatever you call his ass.
Hey, what, girl?
No Furby.
That nigga furries.
No.
You could comb his body.
No. I couldn't get with the shag. I'm sorry.
He was always taking his shirt off.
Fuck Will and Jada. That's the new definition of entanglement. Should nobody have no body like that? No.
I need to entangle.
Feel like I'm laying on some wire brushes. No.
There's some wire bridges.
Y'all just don't know.
Y'all don't know.
Some
it was horrible.
Bridges, though. That's
some wire bristles.
Oh, I thought you said some britches. I was saying you sound like my grandma for real. Some wire britches.
That was some tragic shit. I used to have a picture of it. I think I deleted it because it kept scaring me.
Oh, I think I might have. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Keep talking. Y'all can tell what y'all talking about something.
I'm just see now you got me reminiscing and I gotta wash that memory out of my head. Y'all don't understand how bad it was.
Why? Okay, I'm searching for it in our old group on Facebook, right? And I typed in "fur" in the search bar of the group, right? This is from April 3rd, 2016, and I made a post that said, "Man, last night I had a dream that I was starring in a movie called Attack of the Human Furball. Then I realized that I really was attacked by a human furball last night at our party."
Let me see.
It's in our old group, in our old Facebook group.
Man.
I'm trying to.
You gonna make me log back on the Facebook?
I'm trying to find the picture. I'm trying to find the picture.
Like I said, I know I used.
I found it.
You got one. Oh, dear Jesus!
I gotta block I gotta block the face. You know what? Then again, I don't want to be like Laverne and get in trouble for posting people pictures.
I was gonna say,
never mind.
Just inbox it to me.
He posted it in our group but I'm not about to make it.
Yeah, he will post that shit.
He did it all the time. He did it all the time. No, I was going to block out the face, but still, that's what Laverne did. She blocked out the body parts, and they still dragging her through court.
That's dumb.
So, Karma Diva, I'm about to send it to your inbox on Facebook right now.
All right.
This is so funny, y'all. I wish I could
That was funny when we ran into him that day when we was down there at the food truck. Remember he come around the corner? I was like, that was like and of course he get out talking shit.
I just sent it to you.
Okay, it just came through. Let me see.
He did post this on social media, so but I'm not gonna post it. I'm not gonna post it.
Shit.
Now I hope he ain't watching.
It look like a ball of taco meat.
That's what you used to tease him. We used to call him taco meat. He was so proud of his fur. I'm really proud. Like you posted bare-chested photos in Facebook groups, like, and I'm like, what the hell is that shit? Ping.
You're not supposed to go over your shoulders like a vest.
It goes all the way over the shoulders like a vest. Ooh, if you watching Homeboy, we still love you. You and your fur.
Oh no, I got nothing but love. I ain't got nothing but love for him.
And all your fur glory, because he's really proud of that shit. So I don't think we would.
He is. I wonder if he uses mane and tail on it.
I told his ass I was gonna hit him with some nair. That nair, you just paint it on like a paintbrush. Just paint it on.
That's okay. There you go with paintbrush. Look now, paintbrush got me thinking of somebody else.
Where is paintbrush? I seen him.
Girl, he had me laughing when he come to the repast and set his own damn black pepper on the table.
We sat together at the repast.
Yeah. He had me rolling when he set that up.
Oh, black pepper.
He had a whole a can of McCormick's black pepper.
Oh my God!
Black pepper,
and not red hot sauce in it. He had black pepper.
I'm used to people carrying around hot sauce in their purse. Right.
And wait a minute, why was my family like, "Hey, give me that"? My aunt was like, "Is that McCormick's?" Oh, go get that. I was like, "That's my homeboy." She's like, "I don't care."
I didn't see that pepper for the rest of the night. After we first got to the repast, I saw it put it on the table, and I didn't see it.
I put it back. I gave my aunt some and my cousin some, and then I put it back. So I was like, I'm not touching.
I couldn't find the hot sauce. Then I see all these people with hot sauce on their chicken. I was like, what are they?
It was all kind. No, I don't know how you didn't get the hot sauce because it was all kind of hot sauce there.
Child, I don't know, but
I came home with garbage bags full of salad dressing and hot sauce and salt and pepper shakers and shit. I was like,
well, I was telling people if there's any food left over, send it home to the daughter of the, it was child.
Girl, I didn't have nowhere to put no more food. I could not. You know what? I ain't gonna. I was blessed.
I'm glad you got some of that cake.
Right, I was blessed because we had an overabundance of food, and it was every piece of it was delicious.
Yes,
every piece
was. Oh my God, it was
every piece. But when I say we had chicken left, I was giving people whole pans of chicken to take home.
And the chicken was good.
Whole pans, like 50 pieces. Like, here, take this.
The chicken was good.
I was giving whole cakes away. Because I was like, I ain't going to be able to eat this. I don't eat sweets like that.
Child.
It was crazy. But it was... I'm blessed that, my family and my friends were all able, the friends over there is family. So I'm blessed that my family was all able to come together for my brother and I. And, it's so appreciated.
And what's the lady? Was that your aunt or your cousin who was up there with
my cousin?
Man.
Oh, my cousin. I just posted a video of her singing too.
I wanted to bottle her up and take her home.
And you know what? Our side of the family, we was laughing. We got tickled because we was like, she didn't even show out that day.
Man,
that wasn't even her.
She showed out.
That wasn't even her showing out. Because usually down home, she playing the piano or the organ and singing at the same time with a big old hat flopping around. And that wasn't even a big hat that day.
It was so beautiful.
Great.
It was so beautiful. You had a really nice service. It was a really nice service for your mother. It was really nice.
I tried.
Yeah.
And I made sure everybody was matching. I was like, we all gonna wear the same colors.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming in here and no off. No. We wearing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm upset. But I understand because I bought my niece a dress. I bought a really pretty dress because the colors were black, silver, and navy blue. And I found her a dress with all those colors because it kind of matched my dress. And they didn't bring her. I was like, But I understand why they didn't bring her because she would have had to be on the plane.
Yeah.
With COVID. Coming from Hawaii, that's a long ass trip,
right?
For a 2-year-old. So, and then being there at the funeral with everybody hugging and kissing all over, and COVID is still alive and well.
It is still alive. That's why I'll be having my even though I'm fully vaccinated. I still.
Are you getting a booster?
Now, I guess. I didn't want to get the shot. It took me like a year damn near to get the stupid shot. So
I'm like this. I wasn't going to get the shot in the first place. And then you upped it and said, oh, no, you got to have 2 of them. Well, bitch, why one couldn't work? Why I got to take 2? So I took 2. Now you telling me I got to go get a 3rd? Now, wait a minute. You just told me 2 was going to work. Now I got to get 3? Hold on.
Yeah.
When is this going to stop?
And that's what my one of my sons said. Hey, Mom, now they want us to get a booster. And then they talk about we might even have to do this every year. And he was like, I don't know if I want to do it every year because we really don't even know what we really putting in our body. Like, this is just something brand new that we're basically being forced to put in our body. So,
and I think it's sad, especially for the people who, unless you are in like an essential worker, and you're like on the front lines, I can see that, you know, healthcare workers, paramedics, police department, but people who work in the grocery store, their jobs should not demand that they have this vaccine.
Yeah,
it should not, and they should not. Their jobs should not be in jeopardy because they refuse to take it. Football players, I don't give a damn. They're not essential. Who they can take it or not. I could care less. But as far as your average person who, you know, their job hangs in limbo, whether they get this or not, that's who I'm concerned about.
Right.
Because people have a right to know what they're putting into their body, why they have to put it in their body, and then it's not even stopping you from getting it. It lessens it. It lessens the severity, but it don't stop you from getting it.
Right. And that's why a lot of people haven't got it yet, because they're like, well, we still seeing people die. Like, you know,
fully vaccinated people are still dying.
Yeah.
My mom, she was only partially vaccinated because we already know that she had it, and we believe she had it when she got the shot. And then everything else just really started like accelerating and going downhill from there. But, you know, like I said, people who, whether they are partially or fully vaccinated, they're still dying from it.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, I feel you. I absolutely feel you. And that's why some people are still skeptical about getting it. So
I don't know. I got too many health issues, so I have to. My son kind of forced me into it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I you know, when you have health issues, or what do they call it, underlining health conditions.
Underlying conditions, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say I urge, because I'm not gonna ever tell anybody to do anything, but they do. I'm gonna say they do. People, the doctors and scientists and whatever, they urge that people definitely get it.
Well, after seeing how it did my mom went from being healthy and strong. I mean, I literally was looking at pictures of her from her birthday at the end of April, where just posing, and she done put her makeup on, and her and the kids is on the porch, and they just, vibrant, just a little butterball like she always was. We always called her the little round one. To how she ended up by the time, she started getting sick at the end of June. By the time she died, she had done lost 60 pounds in 4 months. She had dropped 60 pounds.
Wow.
But anyway, I'm not getting on that.
Yeah. But it a lot. Yeah, that's what we were saying. A lot of people, they're like, yeah, should I get it? Should I not get it? But you have to make your own decisions.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say. I will never advocate for it. I would never advocate, because we don't know what the hell we putting in our. Sure, they say it's healthy. They say it helps. We do see the numbers have went down drastically from when it first started, spreading around the world. So, that's a positive thing. But
they say a lot of stuff. Look at a lot of the stuff that they have put on the market. Like, I remember when Celebrex and Vioxx came out. I don't know if you remember them. They were pain medications, and they worked wonderful. They were wonderful. Celebrex, you don't see that too much. It's still out there, but Vioxx, they straight took that off the market. Just like for a long time, they took Formula 44D off the market.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
Took that off the market. Now it's back, but it's got a new formula. And then, like, remember everybody back in the day? I know y'all remember Primatine Mist.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Tell me where you can find. Tell me where you can find one at now.
I remember that, but you know what? When they had the Johnson & Johnson come out, I was like, I wish I would. They gave all them people vagina, what was the vagina cancer, whatever. Remember the Johnson & Johnson, the baby powder, all them people got cancer.
Oh, the shower, when they had, they was giving them cervical and ovarian cancer. Yeah.
Like, I wish I would take any kind of vaccine by Johnson & Johnson.
I'm like, you know how fresh shower done kept me over the years. Shit.
Girl, I never put that stuff down in my
girl. I did. And I was flower fresh.
I put it in other places.
Whoever I was fucking with would come up looking like a nice little powdered donut.
No, because if he was coming from up or down there, then I know he might come up around here, and we both down two dope. Like, what the cough for that shit out?
Look, he blowing out like one of them candy cigarettes.
He blowing. No, we're not doing that, Carmenita.
Hey, look, when you know better, you do better.
Girl,
I do better.
Girl. That's so funny.
What the hell is going on?
Sound like, what am I?
But you know what? Some men used to do it too. They throw some powder down there with they musty old bones.
Some men still need to do it.
That's too bad. That is too bad.
They need to get the male version. Or they need to get the male version of Norforms. Something. I don't know.
That is just too sad. That just makes
you go down there. Make sure you clean the balls to the walls. Clean the
it's some niggas like the wife from back to the front. That's
disgusting. Man, like, did your mama train you? Did your mama train you? Just because you ain't a woman, you still have to.
Apparently, she didn't.
It's from the front to the back.
Come in singing that damn chef from South Park's song "Salty Balls." No.
The man who thinks they ain't gotta watch it, they just popped it out and they didn't touch it. Like, you still touch the bathroom door, you still touch the toilet, you still touch and you think you ain't gotta wash your hands. You nasty mother.
You got to wipe them things, man. You got to keep them things good and sudsed up and clean. You ain't got time.
That's why they got them. Dudes so nasty now. They got their own wipes called dude wipes.
They're at Walmart.
Yep.
I've seen them bitches. They're at Walmart.
Yeah, all them musty nut ass niggas. That's what it is, man.
I think them bitches
is at dude wipes.
I showed you bitches. Yeah. Well, men nuts stink too. They sweat too.
Thank you.
Well, no, that's good. I don't know what man you talking about. Gonna see it.
Well, but y'all know.
See it. I don't know what you talking about. See,
yeah, you ain't got that problem, but you know, hey,
that's too bad, man.
Us females, some of us have always had a musty nut nigga.
That's
at some point, and get pissed off.
You be like, I'm not. I can't, and I won't.
Well, you got musty ass nuts. What the fuck they say?
That's too bad.
Wash your nuts.
No,
if the nuts don't smell right.
No,
I mean, I can. Okay, I put it like this. I can see if it was something spontaneous.
No, there's no musty nuts. Ain't nothing spontaneous about that. But then you got lit balls.
If you know I'm on my way over here,
you better freshen that motherfucking shit up.
Right. I'm finna take a bath and put my smell goods on, all of that. I'm a require that you do the same thing.
Because if you don't,
because if I get one little whiff of, if I get one strong whiff of something that ain't fresh, ain't nothing going down.
That is too bad.
That is so disrespectful.
That is too bad.
That's disrespectful. I'm like, if you got musty nuts, then if your nuts is musty, that means you got lint balls in your hairs. That's
even. That's too bad.
Not the dingleberries.
Oh, exactly. And then got the nut like, dude, you know your nuts is musty.
And wearing tidy whities. Some of where the mosquitoes come from.
Oh no, I cannot fuck with a grown man wearing tidy whities. No, no sir.
It's no like sir. Basketball all damn day.
Do they still make tidy whities?
Oh, they do.
I think so. Don't they? I think so.
Yeah, they still got tidy whities.
Are you sure?
Oh my God! Remember the BVD underwear with JR from
I think Walmart still got tidy whities.
Yeah, they should.
Oh, got you some of them old huggers.
I tell you, this conversation has truly evolved tonight.
We started talking about renting house.
The conversation always.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I doubt
y'all the one got to talk about some
that ain't my fault.
Karma Diva, that's her fault. She threw us all off track when she talking about fur babies. When she started talking about fur follicles and fur babies, that's what fur follicles.
You call him follicle guy?
Y'all is the devil.
The follicle fella.
The devil.
Child.
I'm good.
I really want to know who the hell y'all talking about personally. I want to wiggle too.
Child.
Oh.
They ain't gonna say that,
man. Put it in a private chat. You want to put it in private chat, Karma Diva? You want to put it in private chat?
Yeah, you can put it in private chat.
Yeah, is that the number 2 I see over there? Hold on, let me see what they talking about.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Or you can send it to me on Facebook.
Miss Cisco, she said she was out. I didn't even see that. See?
Oh yeah, Kurt. He said he kept freezing, so he couldn't stay on.
Oh, okay.
They always hate y'all know how they be hating. That's Cox Cable, girl.
You already know. I'm surprised.
They said we can only have one male on the panel at a time.
That's too
now
bad.
you know that's a damn shame. We really do need some more guys on the panel.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Right, Bro feeling outnumbered right now.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm
we love you, dog. We love you, dog, and everything.
We got number love for you, bro.
We need some more niggers. We need some more niggers.
I got girl. I think they scared. They probably intimidated. That's what it is.
You ready to say the same?
Them niggas intimidated. They ain't trying to hang out with y'all because y'all gonna eat them alive.
That might be. Tanya do intimidate people.
That's just the truth. No, it's just I'm saying. I mean, honestly, how many cats that we know plenty of brothers, real good brothers. Them niggas ain't jumping on even here. They ain't even jumping on.
But you know what?
I'm sweet and lovable. Tanya's intimidating.
No, somebody told me, no, honestly, got true. Somebody told me the other day that they love jumping on my panels because they don't feel intimidated. They say you have one of those panels where you just come on and you just have a good time, literally. And you just, you wrong.
Look, you can't even get it out. Okay, Rittenhouse, you acting like Rittenhouse.
Oh, wow.
Bullshit.
His ass still got off.
I swear I was saying I'm doing a Rittenhouse.
Somebody said, "Stop twerking to Bust a Move" by Young MC. Yeah, they heard. No, you curse.
I ain't even read none in the chat lately. I gotta read it.
Hold on, let me put it on the screen.
Said, "Stop twerking to Bust a Move" by Young MC.
Oh Lord, I'm not even. See, you brought him up. You brought him up. Mr. Paintbrush himself.
Mr. Paintbrush, we was talking about you and your paintbrushes earlier, and you already know what we mean when we say paintbrushes.
And his wet wash towels.
Wipe off. Wipe on. Wipe off.
The most.
Oh my God.
I think I'm gonna take me a shot right now. I'm feeling like taking a shot right now.
I feel like drinking me a beer too, even though I gotta be at work at 9 o'clock, girl.
Well, you know what? Our overtime is over.
Oh, I ain't tripping because you know what?
Over.
In fact, I gotta work on a holiday, but I don't be worried about it.
Well, I hope you don't gotta work all day.
Who knows?
I know my son, they have to work in the morning. My oldest son, they have to work in the morning. And I was like, I don't know. I feel some type of way. I know you not.
Me too. That's why I'm working on some shit for real, like some other shit, like where I'm like, let us free.
Right. And it hits different when you are the oldest in the family and you have kids and grandkids and they have to work. They have to work or you have to work on the holidays, because on holidays, I'm big on family. Like I know y'all are too. I'm really big on family and kicking it and hanging out.
That's what holidays really about to me. Is with family shit. Really.
I'm not cooking this year because it's just different. I'm used to, because Mama worked. The jail stayed open 365.
Right.
So I would doing
her duties downtown.
Right. And I would do, I would do all the cooking. And just the last few years since she retired, I was like, shit, I ain't cooking nothing. You going there. But it's just, I'm not in that mood right now.
Well, see, I get it. If you don't cook, girl, you already know I gets down. So if you don't have nowhere to go, if you don't feel like cooking,
did you see all the people at their
repast? You can pop up at the crib without calling.
Thank you. But my daddy done already put dibs. I think he gonna try to make me and my kids spend the night. I don't think that's gonna happen, but
your dad is the coolest. Tell him I said, hey, he is so cool.
I'll tell him. My cousin was like, your girls was on it. She was like, I love Bill. Oh yeah, she said you invited her on the show too.
I was like, outside, and she was like, I need to come on your show. We need to talk about this. So I was like, honey, you can come on my show anytime you want.
That's what she said. I was like, oh hell no, I'm gonna have to talk to Tanya.
I sure did. I said, we was really kicking. No, but we was really like, you got good peoples, and I love when peoples have. People that I think are good peoples also have good peoples. Like you just click, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I felt around all your family. That's how I felt. I was like, I didn't even feel like that. And I didn't really, I ain't never been around your family. Like I know, like your mom and stuff like that. But I didn't feel like out of place when I was there. I was just like, hey, But
that's why I tell people when they come with me to my family, I'm like, just jump in.
And
I might introduce you, but just jump in.
He was so accommodating. He was walking around to every table. Y'all need anything? Y'all need to let me know. Would you like another drink? I'm like, sit down. But he was really making sure everybody was okay. Like,
and you know what? That's every time he does that. I don't care. I just go over to the house just to be like, here, Dad, I need to drop this off to you. You want something to drink? We got this in the fridge. No, Daddy, I'm just dropping this off. Well, come on in here and get me. Dad, I gotta go.
That's just sweetheart.
That's my daddy. And I mean, I love that dude to death. I have literally seen that man give the shirt off his back. So I could not ask for a better father than that. I really couldn't.
Yes, he was really sweet. And the fact that he helped you through everything, like, not to be trying to put all your business out there, but your mom and him was not together at the time when she passed. And for him and his family, which is your extended family, that's still your you know, they helped all that they did for your mom. I mean, I was just like touched, like really.
Because they seem, I mean, think about it. My mom was a part of their family before I was even born. And, you know, they still saw her as their sister.
Yeah, I smoked out.
But you know how it is sometimes, like in some relationships, you know, you break up, you go on this way, you go on that, the husband, wife, boyfriend, girl, they go on. And then somebody passed, the other side of the family ain't stepping up like that. That just don't happen all the time. So that just shows how much they really, really cherish and love your mother as well, even though they haven't been together, you know, for some time. So I really,
my parents haven't been together since I was 3.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like it was really beautiful. It was really nice.
But the thing is, my parents, even though they wasn't together, they were still like the best of friends.
Like friends, yeah.
They were still the best of friends.
Yeah.
Like he would come over here and he would sit out on the porch and they would just be out there talking shit to each other and just cool.
But your cousin, the one with the hat who was singing, it wasn't like when and it was funny, right? Because when they said that next we're gonna have such and such come up and sing, and so when she came up to sing, she was talking, she was telling stories, and then she was singing. That's who they was talking about. Because I had expected somebody to just come up there and just sing a song and then get off. You know, so I'm thinking somebody else will come after her, right? Just do one solo and be done. Yeah. So and then the longer she was up there telling all these funny stories and memorable stories, I was like, oh, this must be the lady they was talking about, and her voice.
Deborah has a beautiful. Me and my aunt was talking about her the other day. How we wish that she would record something.
Yes, I mean she got that down south strong.
That Mahalia Jackson, that soul,
that soul,
that voice that touched your soul.
And all
her voice was so rich.
Pricklies, all down
Tone, her voice was so rich. She pushed the mic away.
She didn't even need the mic.
What's up? Yeah, that's.
When she walked off the stage, she put the mic down. And she walked all around the stage and came down. And when she was by your mother's casket, she was still, I mean, it was like she had a mic. What do you call it? People say they have an inside microphone. And she wasn't like, you know how some people be all loud and it seems like they screaming. No, her voice is just beautiful. I was like, oh, and she had me. I was crying so much. I was like,
she was just honored down there in Tyler. She was just honored. She was the first. She was the first Black person to sing at the Tyler Rose Garden Festival of Roses.
Oh wow!
They've had that festival for 88 years, and she's the first Black person to sing. Yeah, she just sang there about a week before she came up here for my funeral.
All right now.
I posted it on my Facebook. It's on my Facebook.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Because she does have an amazing voice.
That's what's up. I mean, that's you know, and definitely again, so definitely my strength and condolences to the fam. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's nothing.
Oh, thank you.
That's nothing. That's not easy. You know,
the hoodies was keeping you in the prayers almost every other day. I was like, y'all don't y'all forget about my co-host now. Y'all.
Oh, thank you. You know what I can say? I can honestly say I think I'm getting through it because I'm at peace. Yeah. Because those last few days I saw her, she was struggling, and it was really bad. Yeah. And what really hurt is that I was the only one that saw that part. Nobody else saw that.
Yeah, you was real up close and personal with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
I feel you, sis. I swear, there's like a few episodes, man. I wish that I did not have to experience that with my mom, but
yeah,
she was glad. Right. She was glad. I asked her, I said, "Mom, you glad I'm here?" She was like, she just said, "Yeah." She said that made me feel better.
Seemed like the time before.
You know what I'm saying?
She had had a stroke too. Since the last time I seen her. And that first time we went up there when me and the kids drove up there, she couldn't talk, but we walked in the room and I was like, "Hey, Trouble, hey." And she opened her eyes and was like looking around like, "Oh my God, I hear her, I hear her." And I said, "Mama, I'm here." And she was like, you just seen her take like this big old breath and just like, like they came to see me, they hear. And that just made me cry because I'm like, I'm not going to leave you. I'm wherever you, because we always had a saying, wherever you go, I go. And that was our joke.
Never part.
So that was another thing.
What's up, Fly Jones?
Hey, but that was another thing that when I went up the last time to see her before they closed the casket, I told her, I was like, I can't go where you go this time.
And I didn't even know you had left because when we were literally just talking about it, and you said she probably gonna be going up there within the next month or so. You know, I didn't even know you had left, and I was like, dang, I want to drive up there with you. I like Chicago.
I know that was both times that I went where it was one of those things where I had to leave like right then.
Yeah, I understand.
I had to go. I mean, I know we had plans and this and that. And I truly wish that last time that somebody would have been up there with me.
Yeah.
But, you know, it worked out the way it did. It is what it is. It's all a part of his plan. And, you know, she is not suffering.
I didn't get to take a road trip with you then, but I do plan on taking a road trip. You know, I love my R&B and everything. And I don't know how you feel about Keith Sweat.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, what happened to that concert?
Oh, me and my other homegirl, we was just talking about it. So let me I'm gonna make, do you already got the information?
Not anymore. I had it long time ago, but I don't think I got it anymore.
Okay, let me forward it to you right now.
Because I told Babe about it. I told Babe about it, and he get on my nerves.
What'd he say?
He told me, I ain't going to see him. I ain't going to see Keith Sweat begging ass. Now, if it's some blue magic, nigga, nothing about no blue magic except for the hair grease.
Well, just
look, I said, blue magic don't even remember that they blue magic. I said, they gonna be coming out in wheelchairs and on canes and cripples.
Petroleum grease.
I just sent it to you, Diva.
Okay.
That is
tell him as long as he's just accommodating to your friends when we get there.
Girl, he already know if I'm coming to Kansas City, I ain't paying for nothing.
That'd be like my little birthday getaway, because you know my birthday is a few weeks after that.
Oh, you thought you going somewhere? You like you about to go to Hawaii or something. You going to Kansas City, girl? Stop.
But it's for a concert. It's the Kansas City R&B Fest. It's gonna be Keith Sweat, Bobby Brown. I don't know about all of Bobby Brown. Bell Biv, Drew Hill, and
no, they said Bobby got it. They said Bobby got it again.
Oh,
hold on. Time out. He may not be rock with you, Bobby. You know when he was doing the push-up, but.
He just got a.
What about Ronnie? Is he Ronnie Bobby Brown?
No.
Because macaroni and cheese, Bobby Brown.
Ronnie.
What you want, boy? Go away. You don't know me.
It's mine. That's how he sounded last time I heard him.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. He's yelling at my son. I'm gonna throw this whole punch at you.
When you think about her, Ronnie, she's a sweetheart.
He's also begging ass.
That's how he sounded last time.
Who was that one comedian said he be on there crying, Keith be crying, Mama, I want some ice cream.
Because Keith Sweat could be 100 years old and he still sound the same.
I just want to hear him sing 2 songs. Merry Go Round, and there's a right and a wrong way.
I don't want to hear him saying shit. I don't want to hear him saying nothing.
But you know, I wish the girl group would come with him when he's saying if you really
cut close.
Yes.
Nobody,
baby.
Free Kels.
That was your dumbass brother.
What? What did Tom say?
Free Kels.
I don't know what it is.
If we talking about Keith Sweat right now.
Free Kels.
He know that.
We talking about Keith Sweat right now.
He know that. That's why he's talking shit.
Cancel Keith. Free Kels.
Oh, you dirty.
He cancel Keith and Kels. What, Keith was hanging with Kels?
Cancel Keith. Free Kels.
He said cancel Keith, free Kels.
Man, forget Kels. Kels belong under the jail, and that's that.
Look, Kels told y'all in that song he was a bad man. You should have listened to him.
I'm gonna take my shot on that note, and if anybody else is out there watching and y'all got a little shot y'all want to take, a Kool-Aid,
I'm a bad
I'm
man.
not covering the label because I ain't trying to promote nobody.
You ready, bro?
I ain't promoting nobody. I'm just
okay. On the count of three.
This is apple juice, y'all. So
yeah, okay, apple juice. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Take to the head. Okay.
I only take one thing to the head.
So y'all be showing
I
me.
know that's right. Shit.
See, you ought to be saying. You need to be saying.
I didn't say what it was.
Taking it to the head.
I agree.
Oh, this stuff is burning my chest, and you trying to make me choke.
Champagne, I didn't say that. They don't know what I was talking about, do they?
I know what the hell you talking about, though.
What?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't do nothing. I am sweet and innocent. What are y'all talking about? I'm a good wholesome girl.
Oh my God! Somebody, watch out for the lightning, y'all. I know it's wintertime here.
I have always been a good wholesome girl.
Always.
Y'all know y'all lying.
At Champagne, when I used to ride the bus, I was always quiet. Well, I ain't gonna say quiet, but I was sweet. I didn't bother nobody.
No, me neither.
If y'all was good, then
I was a good girl.
Jesus Christ.
We used to throw shit at people walking by.
Girl,
but
your entire, I'm a wholesome girl too.
No, I mean we used to throw shit at people walking by, but that was
girl.
I'm still a virgin. I don't know where these kids, how they got here.
You were what?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I swear it was that immaculate conception type shit.
Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Just call me Mary number 2.
That is what happened with me.
The immaculate conception. I'm trying
Just
to tell you.
Just call me Mary number 2.
She said 4 times.
Mary, don't you weep.
I might have believed it the first and second time.
If y'all was that good, then y'all know I got my latest bag of weed from Jesus himself.
Oh, Mary.
Oh my God. I am.
You think I'm bullshit? That man dropped me off a nice bag.
Okay, Karma Diva. You was wholesome till you was like 12. All right, I give it to you.
Why? I was good till I was 18. I was good till I was 18, and then I got booked out.
I love fast tail heathen. I love fast tail heathen.
Not the heathen.
By 19, look, I was good till I was 18. By 19, I had a different nigga for every day of the week.
Oh,
don't play.
I
told you I was a pimp.
I always say, everybody has a story. Everybody have a story, and it's these people out here who claim they innocence, who probably was the worst people out here running around the hood.
I'm innocent shit. I ain't never did shit.
I say this,
if you, everybody had their moment. Everybody had their moment.
I did my dirt, but it ain't nobody that can like try to put me on blast about what I did. You know what I'm saying? Because my shit was low. I kept my shit low key. You know what I'm saying?
When you
nobody knew.
You do dirt by your goddamn self, so don't nobody need to tell all your motherfucking business. And if you do dirt, you got maybe one, maybe 2 at tops people that might know the dirt that you are doing.
I was
Right.
raised
They
right.
take that
Right.
shit.
I learned that lesson a long time ago. You do dirt by yourself because that way you ain't got no. And then if you got a witness, you do what you gotta do with the witness. I'm just say
I
that.
had a crew, whatever you want to call
But then
it.
again,
So when I was young, I didn't understand doing stuff by yourself. So I yeah, a lot of stuff I did that I wasn't supposed to be doing, I did with a clique or a crew.
I did a whole bunch of stupid shit.
But as I got older and wiser, I realized. But one thing I can testify to is the stuff that I did used to do that was not maybe possibly right in the eyes of God or the law.
Maybe possibly right.
Maybe possibly not right in the eyes of the Lord or the law, the 2 L's.
How's it maybe possibly?
Question.
Hey, I ain't never to this day heard anybody that I used to hang around with. I ain't never heard no shit come back to me. I ain't never heard no.
Bro, didn't I tell you earlier that's a one hitter?
Did y'all have a webcam back in the day?
I had a real clique and a real crew. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't.
We wasn't the type of clique that would turn. When I say we, okay, I ain't gonna say things that I did in the past, but there's times where we might have done something and one of us got caught. I'm gonna just put it that way, and they actually went to jail and didn't say anything. So you know what I'm saying?
No.
The crews back in the day ain't like these people nowadays. See,
Well, I put it like this. I ain't never had no, my circle always been small and tight. And for the most part, they was all family.
Mm-hmm.
I had a handful of friends. And most of them friends, I'm still friends with today from 30 years ago.
30, yeah,
we
same here. And the crews that I hung with back in the day, they ain't like some of these crews. I feel like this: if you doing some shit out there you shouldn't be doing, and you doing it with your peeps, there's no reason why you should be if you get caught. There's no reason why you should be if you get caught. No,
I'm trying to get caught.
Because there was times when I got caught too. I don't have no clean history. There was times when I got caught up in some bullshit and I didn't talk.
And I thank God. My shit was always done in the dark, and I didn't get. Thank God.
These days, people be singing like
you know what they say. God watch over babies and fools, and I was both at that time.
I was a fool. A lot of things.
I wanted to get caught. I wanted to get caught. Lock me up.
I was not trying to have Joe Edmondson digging down my ass.
Throw away the key.
No.
Your dad did not play.
My thing was I might have been raised up in church and all that kind of stuff. But everybody know that church kids, PK kids, and my mother was. My mother did get a minister license once I got older. But everybody know that church kids, minister kids are some of the worst kids.
My daddy said them church kids.
Y'all church kids is the horriblest
I
around.
grew up in church and you
and still
I did things that I shouldn't have been. I did things that I should you know better. And that's why when I started having my kids,
drastic shit.
When I started having my kids, a lot of times when they did little stuff, listen. When I started having my kids, and this is to people who don't have kids yet or whatever, or they still young. When I started having kids, the shit that they was doing, like getting in trouble sometimes in school, the little shit, I sometimes was like, damn, I did like 20 times worse than that. Let's see, how did my mother handle this shit when I did this or did that? So a lot of times I'm looking at them like, that's all they did?
See, my kids are the complete opposite of me. They don't get in trouble in school. Like my son, he got in trouble one time, and that was in kindergarten. And I told that ass up, and I was like, go to school and act the fool tomorrow. I dare you.
See, mine didn't start acting an ass until middle school, with the exception of my last one, which
that's usually when some of our kids cut up middle school.
My daughter, I didn't have no problems out of her. but now she's starting to smell herself. And if she make it to 15, if she make it to 15, she gonna be doing good. Because she 11 right now.
When you see the change,
to beat her ass one good time.
When you see the change, the important thing is when you see the change, because we have been kids before, right? So we know the change is going to come. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, it's going to come. Where we think we too good, our shit don't stink, all that shit. You stay on it and you pay attention and you react on it and don't just let them do what the fuck. Oh, damn, I don't know what's wrong. Just go to your room. No, ain't no just go to your room. Nigga, who the hell you think you slamming doors on? Like,
Tanya, you have met me, right?
Some of the things I used to hear about other people's kids. Some of the things I used to hear about other people's kids talking about my kids slamming doors and all this kind of shit. Do you know them kids wouldn't have no doors? You know they wouldn't have no doors.
I wish they would. I told my kids, I'll take the motherfucking doors off the hinges.
I didn't even slam the goddamn door, so I'd be damned if you slam a door. Slam who's door?
You will be in a room. I told them, play with me. You'll be in a room with a bed, with a sheet, and a dresser. That'll be it.
And there's been plenty of times when I was younger, and I took the TV, the PlayStation, cell phone. I took everything out the room. But
no, my daughter would hurt her. I got her the other day. I took the TV remote from her.
They be scared. They be scared of their kids. And I'm like, I always said, if I go to jail over my kid, I'm just gonna be in jail. And I used to tell my mom, just leave me in there. You ain't gotta bond me out. You ain't gotta sell no fish dinners, no car washes to raise my bond. Because I wish a kid would rise up on me.
I tell people, call CVS. That's a vacation.
We gonna be fighting up in there like two niggas on the street, and that's real shit.
I already told mine, if I feel like you want to whoop my ass, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh. If you feel like you want to jump,
children. Like,
I'm gonna show you.
Scared of your child. You carried that child for 9 months. You carry that child for 9 months, and you think I'm about to? I wish. I don't care how big they are. If you can abide by my rules and you trying to go outside my head, you can get the FUCK out. It's funny how easy it is on the streets for you to survive.
My youngest daughter just had her son, right, the beginning of October. And she will say now, she was like, oh no, he not gonna be able to be disrespectful. She's like, I pushed you out of my hoo-ha. I carried you for 9 months. I said, welcome to motherhood. It's completely different when you have your own and then you start understanding some shit. Because when you don't got no kids, then you can sit here and say, well, I wouldn't do this, that, and the other shit.
Or I don't like how my mama did this, or I don't like how my mama that. When you get your
no, you shouldn't do that with your child. You shouldn't do that, bitch. You should shut the fuck up.
I hate hearing parents say, I would never spank my kids. I would never.
And that's why your kids slapping you, calling you bitches, and Billy, leave me, mom, get out my motherfucking face.
And some kids don't need spanking. I have met kids that are damn near, I don't want to say perfect, but they just never need a spanking because they just, they don't do anything that bad. To
my youngest, you did not have to really spank her. You can raise your voice, and that was just like spanking her. Because each child,
I have this look when I take.
That's the way my son was. He was.
I have this look.
Yeah.
I have this look that makes you think I'm about to strangle you. I have this look. And my sons know when I get, not just my sons, but my little cousins, my nieces and nephews, my friends, my enemies. Okay.
Oh, wait till your grandson get the look. I give that look to my granddaughter and she sit her ass down. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I sure did, because she thought I was playing. Well, she wanted to play because you know how when you hold them by their arms, they want to pick their feet up.
Hey, you guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. You telling them to get up off put your feet down. She didn't want to put her damn feet down. I tapped that damn leg. No, don't play with me. You want to fall out. You do that bullshit with your mama. You're not about to do that bullshit with me. get up off the floor and act like you got some goddamn sense.
I used to dare my kids to fall out on me. But my daddy's stupid. Kids will fall out on the floor at his house. He get in the floor and start screaming too, and they be looking at him like, "The hell is this man?"
Exactly. You gonna learn today.
I told my daughter, I said these new age, something about these pandemic kids, but these new age children are grandkids.
Retarded.
This is a whole completely different breed of children.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what I was thinking, but I had my granddaughter who's 2, and then my grandson who's a newborn. I don't know why I attempted that at this stage so soon, but because my daughter needed a break, as you know, I don't understand the break because I didn't get a motherfucking break.
Ain't get no more breaks.
And I had 4. But I had my baby here. That's when you find out the difference what they do at home when they are with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because now my baby, she's smart. She's talking,
real smart.
but the behavior, you want to be all in the blind. Oh no! See, we don't tear up the blinds. Don't get out them blinds. She had, and her mother wanted to bring paint and Play-Doh. See, my kids were bad for Play-Doh. We don't do Play-Doh.
We don't do Play-Doh in 2000.
No. We don't get that bullshit in the carpet. No.
I'm that asshole aunt that would do that. I would buy Play-Doh for kids.
I buy Play-Doh when my kids was kids, okay?
I buy that. Look, I would buy that colorful sand and shit.
No. Now I would buy that in my house because they had that shit. No, you know the slime.
I would buy the slime because that's easy to.
Oh my god, my daughter in slime. Oh my god.
Than Play-Doh.
Look, she learned how to make it, and oh my god, it was slime every. I'm like, little girl.
My youngest, and yeah, she was into making slime left and right. But we didn't do that sand. We didn't do no Play-Doh, and we didn't do no goddamn paint. None of that shit in the goddamn house.
You took almost everything off before you got in the house. If you went to the park, ain't no sand in the house. Take your shoes on, your sandals, your shorts.
Take all that off.
You talking about paint? Wait a minute, you talking about paint? My daughter, I just thought about that the other night. She was about 3, and people would be asleep, and you wake up. Like one day, I woke up and I was like, "Why my hand feel wet?" You be asleep, and she come in and be painting your nails while you sleep. She almost got her brother one day.
Well, I guess no, they did that to each other, but no, they to this day they would tell you they could not have paint because my daughter was trying to give her daughter that damn paint, and I was like, I put it back in the car, but she was like, "Mom, come on, you can go outside." I was like, you know what? I can go outside with her with this. We didn't make it to the paint because I still have flashbacks. Because at home, she has took her parents' walls and made them a canvas. I'm not gonna give you that opportunity to do that here at grandma's house because I really would have to hate to beat your ass at 2.
You know what? Speaking of painted walls, I'm in the process of buying a house, right? So I've been looking at houses and I've been blogging and posting the videos of different houses I've been looking at. And there was one house that I saw that I know was a child's room. And they must have been a huge Lakers fan because the whole wall was purple, gold. It had Lakers. It had all kind of different basketball player names.
How old was that child? How old was the child?
You can't. It probably was a teenage. I don't know. It could have been a little kid's room. But the point is, why you didn't paint over that shit before you sell the house? Like who? Like, and then it wasn't even professional. It wasn't even professionally painted.
See, that's nigga
shit. It wasn't even
if it's purple. But think about it. If it's purple, what color you gonna paint it?
it wasn't professionally painted. Now I can see if it was professional. I mean, like, hey, that's cute. That's cute.
Basically, it was some nigga shit.
Just painted on there, like, and I'm like, what the heck? But if you're selling a house, paint the damn wall white, cover that shit up.
Like, ooh, you can't.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't necessarily cover purple with white.
Yeah, you got to primer that down.
You got to primer that.
You got to primer it down. But I'm tripping off of all these houses I've been looking at. One room bright pink, one room bright orange.
Oh,
one purple.
Yeah, they do.
I'm like, if you selling a house, paint the walls.
You in the hood.
Paint the walls. Put some primer on that shit. Paint the walls a neutral color. These people selling these houses these days, they don't give a damn.
You were the game.
As is.
And you looking in the hood too, so yeah, you gonna really see that in the hood.
I am, and I'm looking like 72nd and on down. So yeah, I am looking in the hood, but I am finding some really nice houses in the hood.
That's what's up.
Like I really am. I really am.
Your credit or money right, and you invested. There's a whole lot of folks got a little change. If they were smart, they'd be trying to buy all that shit up.
Yeah. Hold on, what Revenue said? He said Tanya had to look at UNO 2013. I had it for myself. What? I saw it for myself. I don't even. What the hell he talking about?
I don't know.
He trying to call you out.
402 Revenue. What is you talking about? Tanya had to look at
2013. You know she can't remember yesterday.
Tanya had to look at Uno.
I never gave him a look. He said I cussed him out.
I know what he's talking about now.
She giggling.
Hey, UNO. Okay, in 2013. Okay.
She giggling.
We going back to my look. You know, when we was talking about kids, the mean look, because he didn't He didn't approach me because 402 can probably, man, 402, you need to hop on a link and tell us what happened from your point of view. But I'm serious. I do have the look, though. I do have the look. Like that, I can get that look to a stranger, to a kid, to a nephew, to a niece, and I ain't gotta say shit else.
There it is. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You keep doing what you doing, and we about to have a big problem.
Major.
Don't mind me. You need to mind.
And it might be tables and couches and love seats moving if you're grown. Sure, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I got around somebody, I'm gonna start smiling at him.
He said, "Yeah, that mean look that you had for your kid." Ooh,
I don't have a mean look. I just start smiling at people.
I can get the. I always say I can go to 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds. I really can.
Less than that.
I can go from happy go lucky and playing around to what the like in 2.5 seconds. Like it don't take long.
If you see disrespect will just automatically snap.
I'm like, what the fuck? What you
say? It depends on the situation.
But I don't know why.
Yeah, it's gonna God Himself is not gonna help you.
Y'all need to be saved.
Thank you. And when it comes to kids and disrespect, I
need to be saved.
I have no tolerance for disrespectful kids.
That's like, him. I said I smile.
I be up in the stove. I smile at them. I be seeing people with their kids, and they might be disrespectful to their parents. And I'm not. And I don't have a good.
Do you get that kid that look? Because I
don't have a good poker face. I do not have a good poker face. So even if I see somebody else's kid showing their ass,
I gotta catch that kid.
I'm looking at them like,
you ain't gonna do nothing. I be trying to catch that little kid.
I'm like, ooh, what? Ooh,
I offer boot camps. I offer parents boot camps. Send your kids to me for the weekend and sign away.
I'm trying to tell you, I will tell people, and I tell kids, I fight kids. I bullshit you not. I will.
If your kid is disrespecting you and talking shit to you, and then giving somebody else a side eye because they looking at you like you crazy, don't say shit to me until you say something to your kid.
Yeah, both y'all some bitch ass.
Because I'm gonna really try. I pray that I really pray that I catch your child's eye, because I'm staring real hard, because a bitch never gonna catch your child's eye, and when I do, then they get that look like, okay, yeah.
But I'm the kind of person who I can see a kid showing out, totally disrespecting their parent, and I can step to that kid and with my voice, with my attitude, with my facial expression, had that kid down there wetting their pants and apologize to their mama. Because it's all about, when raising kids, it's not all the time about spankings and whooping. It's all about them, like they say, you shouldn't be scared of your parents, but you should fear. It's a difference between scared and fear.
Right.
Fear means, we had to get our ass whooped, but now the kids can't get their
ass means I know that
they get a law.
But fear means I know that if I do this, my parents gonna, scared means I'm scared to come.
Hell, I even got that with my little adopted son, the little neighbor boy. You know how I got him, Tanya. I'll be like, hey.
And that's fear. That's fear. But scared is when you beating your kids, you beating your woman, you just torturing the whole family. That's scared of someone. That's scared of someone. But fear is like, sometimes when I was younger, I would say, damn, if I do this, I know I'm going. When you out there in the community with respect, and homies, and you thinking like, dang, if I do this, I know when I get home, my mom gonna be so upset. That's fear. Being scared is when you being abused and you being, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference between fearing somebody. Like, we fear God. Not that we think God is going to kill us if we do one sin, but we know that he controls everything and anything, and he has the power to do anything. That's what fear is. People get the two mixed up.
Hey, I wanted to mention real quick.
Go ahead.
Did you see that they have now classified that little boy Ryan Larson as his case is now
a recovery or it's recovery or something?
No, they're saying he's foul play. They think foul play.
Yeah. But didn't we always say that from the beginning?
We've been saying that from jump.
So
now they telling hunters and all of those people and farmers to be looking out in their fields, looking out for his clothes. I'm like, that's so sad.
Who is that? Look for shoes. Look for human remains.
He's a little special needs boy. He had autism, and he walked out of his school at noon, back in May.
It was a while ago, like 6 months ago.
They seen him on like CCTV.
Yeah,
a couple of businesses. And they have not seen him since, like May 27th.
Yeah.
Of this year?
Uh-huh.
He been here in La Vista, Papillion. He been missing for 6 months. He's a little boy. Yeah. He's 12 years old.
He ain't little shit. He's 5'8".
I mean, when I say little, I mean.
But yeah, he's a young boy. Yeah.
He's 12. He's a big 12 for his age. He's a big 12 for his age.
Drain pipes.
He has.
They even drain the lakes.
They drain all the lakes. They search his neighborhood. They search far and wide, and it's been a year. They've been
searching the river and everything.
It's been 6 months since now they suspected foul play. But when we first started talking about this, we said it off the bat. That somebody took that little boy and somebody did something to him because he did walk out of school because he's autistic. He did. I ain't saying all autistic, you know what I'm saying, but he did walk out of school. Right, they had him on cameras in his neighborhood. They had him on cameras walking by certain stores. They had him on camera. They know that he went back to his building, but did he go inside his building? They don't know that. And me personally, I swear to God, from the beginning, I thought that it was somebody in his apartment complex, his apartment community.
I still do.
That took
somebody that he knows.
And somebody in his house, and they did something to him, and you know what I mean when I say do something to him, and then got rid of him. And for all we know,
that's like that little girl that was up there in the Quad Cities, the pretty little girl that was missing, and because she went over to the little boy, her brother's daddy house.
It depends on his form of autism, but I'm pretty sure it was somebody that he knew.
Exactly, he trusted him.
He trusted whoever it was.
They said the last place he was,
and they probably tried to do something to him. No, that got him all freaked out, and therefore they end up killing him.
And they said the last place he was seen was by his apartment building. That's why I'm thinking it's somebody in his apartment building who knew he was autistic, knew he had.
Because he walked by several businesses.
Did they check the storage rooms in the apartment building?
I assume that they did. They did say that they've been searching for at least 6 months for this boy.
They ain't checked behind no wall.
First they were searching.
I was gonna say because there was that guy that they found behind the damn freezer at No Frills, and he died. He got stuck there and got mummified and died there.
Y'all don't remember that? Oh, y'all wasn't living here then.
That happened like last year.
Yeah, y'all wasn't living here. But yeah, some guy had got stuck in the freezer and got mummified. He died in the freezer.
At No Frills?
Behind the freezer. At No Frills in Council Bluffs.
I think it was the year before.
Where? In Council Bluffs?
Yeah. It was
on Broadway.
Yep. It was a few years
ago. So how the fuck did he get caught in the goddamn freezer? So none of his fucking co-workers knew this motherfucker was missing?
I don't know.
Exactly. I see you, the hood table.
Y'all know I don't have no poker face, so I'm sitting there like, that's some bullshit. I'm pulling up the story right now.
You work at No Frills. You work at.
Look, I'm pulling up the story right now, you guys. It happened in 2019, so I was right. It was a couple of years ago, and the man was 25 years old. He went missing he was missing for 10 years.
Oh yeah, they put his ass.
What the fuck?
I'm like, how they didn't smell that?
That's probably you don't smell that. No, probably had a smell, but you know
they put his ass back there.
And he was found in an 18-inch gap behind a freezer inside the store in No Frills in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
And now listen to this. No Frills just closed about 3 years ago.
And he was reported missing by his parents after leaving their home during a fight. And they said they had no leads. They couldn't find them. And 10 years later, they discovered him in an 18-inch.
Because they was taking the freezers out and stuff out of the store.
Yep.
I mean, you know when that was
again. They found his crusty ass back.
That's some motherfucking bullshit. That is some friggin' nigga bullshit.
He was
Remember No Frills was selling all their stores back then, and
they selling all that meat and shit. You know that what? I remember the motherfucker was speeding over to Council Bluffs to buy all that goddamn meat.
The bubby meat.
Okay, again.
But one thing
it was preseason.
No Frills has the best chicken in the city.
Again.
He said mummy meat.
Over the fact of how these employees, so that means
No Frills Bakers and Walmart had the best chicken.
No Frills Bakers, Walmart. No Frills first though. They still do. No Frills still has the best chicken.
Where you see No Frills at?
Well, you know what I mean. It's not No Frills no more. It's called Family Fare. But
I don't like that story.
The chicken tastes the same from No Frills.
That's like how that man had that pig wrapped up in that
with
slice
that
of
snot
meat.
juice.
What?
Oh, in that picture.
What? You talking about
that picture you posted?
You know what? That's probably what they was. And that man thought he was the pig. No, you get the mummified body. Because Filthy Fields has always been funky. And I used to work there back in the day.
It's clean now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all well lit.
Foodway, it's like
clean Fields now.
it's like a totally different store.
Fields and Chubbs both are clean and smell fresh. Well, Fields still kind of got a little bit of smell, but it ain't that bad like it used to be.
The only problem that I have with Fields Foodway, and I still patron Fields Foodway, but the only problem I have with Fields Foodway is they fruit. They fruit. I have an issue with their fruit and they
get their fruit from like different countries. What you expect?
I have an issue with that's the last.
They get that fruit. They get that fruit. What's that place where they give you the fucked up looking ones?
The last place I go,
they give you on sale.
Every time I go there,
it's a place. It's a company.
The pepper.
It's a company that do that now.
How the fuck you?
And they'll sell you the fruit and vegetables that's odd shaped and shit that don't really sell in the store.
Vegetables and fruit. That's all I'm saying. They need to do better on their vegetables and fruit. That's the only thing I have to say about Fields. Well, what do they call it now? They call it Fields, but it's also called Super
Savor or Super Fields or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that.
How do you sell food bank fruit? Investment.
I didn't say it was from the food bank.
You might have spit in the drink.
You may have because I know Filthy Fields back in the day. That was the motherfucking spot because I worked there. That shit was fun as fuck.
No, the Filthy Fields was back in the day when that apartment behind Burger King where all the crackheads was always going in and out.
God.
Yep. That's when I worked down there. I was 16?
Remember, it was an old big deal.
When I was 6, no, I worked at Burger King when I was 15 because that's when they hired 15 years old. And matter of fact, my pastor at the time, her husband had vouched for me because I never had no work experience besides CETA, and so he was able to, talk them into hiring me. And I mean, all the crackheads and the prostitutes coming in and out of that apartment right behind, like our job. Like literally, you can see them.
Like, can I get an escort to the bus stop? Can I get an escort, please?
That was the old Big Jim's. That ain't
right.
The original Big Jim. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm telling you, that apartment building, I've been in there once.
Actually, no, remember Big Jim wasn't even there yet.
Right. That was an old gin gas station.
Yeah.
That was an old gin gas station. Because, Mr. Sam Young was across the street over there.
Phillips 66.
And that ain't even there no more.
Amoco, because Big Dave used to run the Amoco right there before McDonald's was even down there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I remember when they built McDonald's. Damn, I was little.
What's that car?
And the bus station and the police station.
The car part store.
Commercial Federal used to be across the street.
What's the car part store called? Yeah. That's there.
You talking about O'Reilly?
AutoZone?
Yeah, Riley. Before
O'Reilly
used to be there. But
remember, that used to be that used to be all that right there used to be the grain General Mills.
Yeah, it used to be a big brown building,
it was a General Mills company.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna take you back even further. Before it was McDonald's, it used to be the Odd Lot store.
Exactly.
Oh wow, yeah, it did, huh?
Exactly.
That's a while.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I ain't that old, so.
I just remember my fondest memories of that area is just before the police station when we used to kick it.
All that shit. It was just the gas stations. It was the original Ames, man. That old bootleg Burger King. You know what I'm talking about?
Remember the train tracks used to go across that motherfucker?
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about?
And the grain store, like down there where Aldi's is, they used to be the grain store and shit.
Bam. The Kenwood grain store.
Yep. You know what?
Sorensen was only like two lanes. It wasn't, and Sorensen didn't go all the way through. Sorensen cut off.
Didn't go and stopped right down there by the Kingdom Hall.
72nd.
No, it cut off. It didn't even go all the way to 72nd. It cut off.
No, it stopped at Kingdom Hall, and then because you got to remember, it was like a little grass, but then it only went. It didn't go through because 42nd I mean, was right there. 42nd.
Kingdom Hall is on. Oh, it stopped at 42nd. That's right.
No. Check this out. Y'all know that. Y'all know them
Kingdom
apartments.
Hall, and then they moved it to
42nd.
Right. Okay.
No.
Right there off of Findale Boulevard. Right. I'm talking about right off of Findale Boulevard. Peep this out.
Yeah,
I remember back when that used to be a curve on Findale Boulevard, because remember, Sorensen did not go, or it wasn't all the way finished. It was only from 30th to Findale Boulevard.
Yep.
It didn't go up because that used to be all grass. Like some concrete.
That's what I'm saying. It stopped right there on 42nd by Kingdom Hall. What a Kingdom Hall
ain't on 42nd is what we're saying.
Boulevard. 42nd is
Findale Boulevard.
Why am I calling for? I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Right there at the light.
You had to go around Findale Boulevard.
You have to go around Kingdom Hall. You got to go up the street to get to Kingdom Hall and come through the back way. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that like right there, all that, and then you got to remember it still was cut off because behind Phil's Foodway, that was nothing but just grass and jungle area all the way up to 52nd behind Meyer Park, where the old dog on me tennis court off of 52nd and Kirk.
You mean behind where Tubbs is? You mean behind where Tubbs is right now?
The original Big Jim's, all that area that's over there on the side of Wakanda, besides Miss Rowdy's house. Right there on the side of Wakanda, because she had her house built right over there around the side in front of Wakanda. But at that one time, Big Jim's had owned all that. His house was the only one over there.
Yeah.
Because we used to walk over there and he used to let us play football in his backyard, in his field. He's like, hey, y'all just cleaned up. Because it was right there off of Curtis Street.
Cubbies used to be called Field.
Exactly.
And that's what was all grass all behind there. But then
all that to 52nd up there by Meyer Park. Because
they didn't start doing all of that till I was in high school. And then they finished it because Vickers used to be right there on 72nd, right across the street from
big ass dot, man. That was
they started building Sorensen in 88.
Real talk. They sure did. Because man, I'm trying to tell you, man, them was the days. That's when everybody was getting shot and it was going down.
Well, let me tell you something.
It was Wild Wild West up in this motherfucker.
The North Interstate, we literally saw that built day by day.
I remember when it used to stop at Lake Street.
I remember when they right. You had to get off the interstate at Lake, remember?
We lived on 27th. One of the houses we lived on when I was growing up was on 27th and Pinckney. On 27th and Pinckney, our house was facing the interstate.
So y'all was facing,
by the time when you used to be able to walk across,
y'all was facing
Kelly's,
east.
You used to be able to walk across to Kelly's, to walk across to the projects. Remember, it was all grass.
Well, y'all was facing west. So y'all
facing west. We was facing west. And we used to cross the grass.
Y'all had that one bridge
to go to Kelly's, to get candy. We used to do that all the time. And then when they started building the freeway, all that grass from the projects to 27th Street, they dug it all out. They created the tunnel, the interstate from day one. We watched it literally because we facing the interstate. So we literally got to see the interstate built like right in front of our eyes. That was crazy because it went from flat land to they tore down the tree. We was playing house in the trees, the trees that have. We was all in the trees, and then when they put like the big concrete circles, that hold up the circles that hold up the interstates. We was playing.
And it's way worse now.
We was real ghetto. We was just playing all in they shit. Then we had skateboards and bikes. When they first built the interstate and they built the part where you can go down, you can come up. That part of the interstate, we was riding bikes down.
Because really it was only grass, but it was really
all grass and trees. It was all grass and trees.
Yeah. And then they had cut the trees down.
We cut it all down. Then they had all the stumps, and we was playing inside the stumps. We like jumping in them.
And then for a while they had let it grow, but then they had started clearing it up and they started laying that concrete down. They all split that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and I don't want to say we was ghetto. We was kids. That's what kids did.
Man, Omaha has they totally gentrified. They disconnected the north side when they did that shit.
Yeah,
we was already it was enough, but they already
It was
knew.
weird as hell being at home and seeing a bunch of all them Caucasians walking around North Omaha.
For sure.
I was like, dude, and then going deeper into North Omaha, the hood, you saw all the goddamn Asians.
Yeah,
I was oh goddamn,
they down there
where the hell they come from?
Yeah, they down there by the old
they down there by Benson Court, and they down there on 48. Oh, they got 48th Street lock. They got that on lock.
On lock
over there by the park. They got that on lock.
Where the Sudanese at?
They everywhere.
They done kind of scattered. They got houses now.
Yeah,
but remember they used to have their little village. They used to have their little village over there on Birch Street across the street from town.
There's a whole bunch of the Sudanese over here by where I live. A whole bunch. Like
they all over. The brothers is all over.
They lined up. And no offense to the Sudanese.
I remember when they were still, when my park was still open, man, it was a million of them up in there.
Oh, that was the last of the day. That was the last of the yachts, man. I lived in my park from 1982 to 1996, I do believe.
Yeah. And 402 Revenue said we used to walk from McMillan and take the route through the woods instead of walking down 42nd.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what that was. That was over there. That was
by the graveyard, right?
I believe so. If I'm thinking that the route that they talking about.
I know the woods that he's talking about because we used to walk through the woods to get to my yacht.
Yeah, I do believe I know it because there was a few routes that you could take.
My yacht was one way in, one way out. But if you're walking,
but if you
the woods,
you could come from the top of the hill off of Curtis Street over there by Wakanda, coming at the top of the hill. I think it was 47th Ave. I think.
Yep.
Or you could come, my boy Chuck, my boy, if he lives, my boy Chuck and all them, man. They lived over there. At that one time, they was like the only house over there, like the only couple of houses over there. It used to be a row of houses. Because we used to go over there during Christmas time.
They built new houses. They built all those new houses up Curtis Street all the way.
They used to be all farmer land.
That was approximately in 90. Yep. That was approximately in 90.
There was a hill.
It was like 93. Yeah, 92, 93, 94, because I remember my homegirl Jessica, her family, her parents had bought a brand new house. They like all those houses was newly built.
Yeah, I remember when they built that house right there on the corner, and everybody used to, I don't know how everybody used to run into that motherfucking house.
Yeah, right there at the top of the hill.
It was not at the top of the hill. It was like the second house coming from 52nd and Sorensen, coming down the hill towards where you would go to the entrance for my yacht.
Yeah, I know you talking because Mr. What's his name? I think it was oh my God, Mr. Myers. He owned that nice house with all that white big pretty house with the manicured.
Oh, right with there, the big old fence.
Yeah, Mr. Myers. That was his shit because he used to cut he be cutting the grass every damn day. That man kept his on property right every day. We saw because Mr. Myers owned that. And then over there, Big Jim's owned all that open property between where the basketball court was at the entrance of Maya Park on the other side, which was basically the south side of the entrance. And
what is that building that's now over there? I don't know. Is that some kind of church or
that's a Korean church?
Which building? Oh yeah, it's a Korean. It's called Karen. It's called Karen. They
got all kind of shit going on around.
Their religion is called Karen, and you know my nosy ass, right? I live in the area, right? I live in the area, you know. So one day I drove up there, up the hill past the horses. You know, I drove up the gravel hill by, behind Wakanda, and I parked because I'm like, I didn't know it was a church at the time. I just knew it was this new big building that came out of nowhere. So I drove up in the parking lot. I'm looking for a title of the building or whatever, and somebody had got out of the car and they was walking up in there, and I said, "What is this place?" And they said it's a church, and I'm like, what type of church? What type of religion? They was like Karen. So if you look up Karen religion, it's like Karma Diva said, it's like a Asian, like a Korean, something like that religion. And I was like, Karen, what is?
You about to go up there and get that?
So of course, when I don't know shit, I go home and I look it up. And I
thought you was about to say you about to go up there in the service.
No, after he told me, I drove off and I looked up the information, and they're literally right there behind where the horses are on Sorensen.
It's another one of them over there off of, unless they close it, is right there on 60th.
Yep.
Yeah, the little white the one I'm talking about is
right.
Horses, right across from the
I was always wondering, because my mom, of course, stay right up the hill. So I was like, okay, what's that? And I'm asking her, and of course, she don't fucking know.
Nobody.
So I'm just like,
it literally just popped out of nowhere, and I saw all these. I'm thinking, is this a college?
They got a very nice facility.
It's really nice, and I was like, "What is this?" It just popped out of nowhere on Sorensen, and I was
Everybody
like,
want a piece of motherfucking doggone North though, but don't nobody want to be North though.
Don't nobody want to be in Norfolk, but they want a piece of it. You right.
Exactly.
Because they know that's where the rich is at.
A lot of these houses, a lot of the houses on 16th, 24th, 30th, they has been totally gutted and rebuilt. Really. All the old houses in the hood where you walk down, it's just concrete and a washing machine. They now totally fit.
No, wait a minute. I'm laughing because just today, me and my son and his friend, we was dropping his friend off on 16th Street. And we rolling. Now I used to live right there in the Sherman, that big ass white building right there on 16th Lake.
They can't tear that building down.
Yeah.
I used to live there. I lived there for 8 years.
Yeah.
But the building directly across the street is a fourplex. When I lived on 16th, that was a crackhead haven over there. We used to watch the crackheads move the boards to go inside and shit. And motherfuckers climb up on the porch and take a piss and all kind of shit.
That's right over there by the old days.
Now they done cleaned it all up and they got a name on top of it and they got a little fence around it. I was like,
that's what I'm talking about. All them old
trying to clean it up now.
They were worth like $30,000. All those old houses like worth $30,000 at the most, like 10, 15 years ago. Some of them is now worth $200,000 because they totally go in, regut them, and they remodel the kitchens. Like I saw one house.
See, that's because people are realizing that property, that land.
I saw a house on 28th and Benny that
worth money.
I saw a house on 20th and Benny that I had been in years ago, and it's on the market for sale right now. And I'm in the process of buying a house, so I checked it out and looked at it online. They totally knocked all the walls down, made it like this open concept, got like a bathroom in the bed. Like they is really gutting and remodeling these old houses in the hood, and you already know why. You already know why. They coming from Cummins Street. They coming from Cummins Street.
Gentrification.
They coming on for Cummins Street.
So where they pushing y'all niggers to?
Out west.
To the garden, that overpriced landfill.
And if you look, like, okay, I don't know how. Okay, it might be people on here that's from Omaha who's also in the process of buying a house. If you look at these houses out west, like 72nd and on beyond, and you look at all the pictures, you're like, damn, those shits look bad. Like they don't look all that great on the inside. They look bad. They look worn and tethered, and then you got the houses available for sale in North Omaha that they putting thousands of dollars in. Because they're trying to get all these people to be like, oh, they got beautiful houses down north. You should come down.
Well, they got to clean that shit up. They got to get y'all niggas.
Gentrification. They know that land is valuable because it lays next to the river, and they building all of that stuff up down there.
Access to the airport is literally less than 5 minutes away.
And now it's called North Downtown. I was like, I ain't never heard of no fucking North Downtown. Where the hell is that?
It was either North Omaha or downtown or South Omaha.
They call it NoDo.
Yeah, it's North Downtown.
Because remember, for us, Cummings Street was the cutoff to going downtown for us.
Going south. Top.
Yeah.
You go south, you go south of Cummins, then you in a whole you in crazy, you in the Jesuit territory.
You in a whole different territory.
You're in downtown now. You go south of Cummins, you know what I'm saying, or east of 72nd.
Right. You was out west if you had 72nd.
And my thing is, I don't mind the fact that they are
west of 16
trying to make North Omaha look better. But there are all these older houses that were worth, like, I used to be in real estate, and it used to amaze me how I used to look back in the day like, why aren't we buying up more properties down north? Because literally when I was working in real estate before the big crash in 2008, a lot of the houses down north was only worth 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. I mean, I think the most expensive house that I had seen down north when I was working in real estate was maybe 25,000, 30. And now all those houses have been flipped and remodeled, and now they're worth $150,000, $200,000. And of course, a lot of us can't afford them.
Exactly. So that's my point. Yeah. That's the point. They're making these out. They're redoing these houses. They're building these houses in these lower income areas, which is a good thing because. But the thing is, they're making it so expensive. The people who are from those areas and that are already live there can't afford to live there anymore. Exactly. Just like you said, they're building these houses and now they're worth more. Now they're worth more. So even the people who haven't sold and they still live there, now their property taxes have gone up so much they can't afford it.
And you know who
they can't afford to live in a house they done been there 40 years.
Who owns a lot of these houses down here is Berkshire. You know,
Berkshire.
Yeah, that's who owns Buffett. That's Warren Buffett. They own like almost every. I swear to God, I've been looking at buying houses since March. I've been looking off and on since March, and almost every freaking house I look at, you got the Berkshire sign sitting in the front yard.
That don't mean they own it. They just may be the real estate company that's brokering the deal.
But it could be that they do own it.
It
don't necessarily mean that they're the management for the company, because what I'm gonna tell you right now is when the housing market first when it became a seller's market, most of the people who were, and I was out here trying to buy a house the whole summer. Most of the people who was buying these houses was big real estate guru companies. They're buying these houses.
Yeah, they do that so they can so that they can.
If a house was $140,000, they offering off tops $160,000. They was like really overbidding on these houses. So a lot of the properties that were sold this summer went to real estate companies. And what they do, they turn around and they rent them out. Or they resell them. Like one time I went and looked at a house, and I'm telling you, I love this house. I even sent it to Don, our friend Don, and I had her look at the house. I had my god sister look at the house. Oh, this house is so beautiful. I'm about to put a bid in. Girl, the real estate company came in. They took one look at that house, and they overbid me by like $25,000. And it was a real estate company. A lot of the properties here is not being bought by people like us, like normal people. So that's why I say they could be owning it and they could be managing.
Now I'm gonna tell you who else is buying these houses, and they have like companies like Berkshire and all of those other places as brokers for them. Is a lot of foreign companies.
Yeah,
a lot of like Asian companies and stuff.
Yeah, get y'all
and people out of state. Yep,
they're the ones.
You not want to use your property? We use it for you.
I'm telling y'all, when I was house hunting this summer, I'm telling y'all, you knew who the real estate gurus was. You knew who they were because they would pull up and they would have all this paperwork. I mean, they literally be in every room and they be writing in every room of the property. And they writing and they taking all these pictures. You knew that those was real estate companies who was about to buy that house. Every time. And I was like, oh my God. And that's why I stopped after a few months of putting in bids. I stopped. I said, let me just stop. It's a seller's market. I'm not ready. I know how much these houses are worth in Omaha, Nebraska, even if you upgrade them in North Omaha, because I used to be in real estate. I'm not going to just outright pay $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on top of a house that I know ain't worth that shit just because I got the money. So no, because when it comes to reselling and reflipping that, you can only go so high on the house in the hood. to where you gonna get set back and you gonna get a loss on trying to resell that in the future. So I chilled out to just recently, paid off some of my bills, went back to my bank. They was like, okay, you paid off your car, whatever. I posted that on Facebook, my little testimony. I paid off my car. They increased my loan amount to $55,000 more. So I'm back out here looking again. But yeah, all this summer when the market was just houses selling left and right, it was a lot of realtors and big gurus that was buying all the properties. Trust. And I was like, damn, I ain't paying all that. I knew that house worth only 120 and y'all selling it for 175. I wish I would. Nope.
We'll learn.
But a lot of people ain't even buying right now because it still is a seller's market. So I'm like, it gotta be a perfect price, a perfect house, and I have to truly think it's worth it before I put in my bid from now on.
Okay, I love y'all, but
it's 1 o'clock. It's time to go. I just noticed that it's 1 o'clock. Right. And Tona tried to keep us on here till 6 in the morning.
No, I ain't, girl. I got to be at work about 7 hours, 8 hours.
Well, you should have been the first to say, get off my phone. I mean, get off the live.
No, I didn't have my fun, girl.
Well, you know what, you guys? I had a wonderful time. Welcome back, Karma Diva. You know, we missed you. A lot of our fans missed you and been concerned about you and praying for you. So I'm so glad to have you on the show with us, you know, during the Friday Night Lives. It's really good. Tone, you're my bro. You know, I love you to death. It's always nice to have you and your wife up here on our show to give you comments.
I'm working my way back.
And everybody else, Sislo, Melissa, everybody else who joined us tonight, I really appreciate you guys. Everybody stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times. Like and share the video, and we will holler at you later.
Keep it hood.
And keep it hood.
All right,
look, everybody now Tone trying to steal my line. Damn it, I can't. I'm gonna patent my shit.
All right, thank you.
I'm about to trademark my shit. Good night, everybody.
Yes, Karma Diva, you see, Karma Diva, you haven't been here for a minute, and I've been trying not to do your little line. So I'm gonna say it. Let's do this properly. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and what else?
Keep it hood.
Bye. Bye. That's how we do that shit.
Y'all.
Love you guys. Peace.